Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is Jay Longaro, your DM for the night, and on this campaign we will be using Tyranny of Dragons, which tells an epic story across two adventures of which Hoard the Dragon Queen is the first. Unlike our other streams, we won't be commenting on your comments while we are in play as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. During the breaks, we will go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six?
In this conversation, I love it, Jay.
If it smells bad, you shouldn't put your mouth on it.
You're starting to learn that that's her vibe right there.
Oh, and we're live.
Like, I don't know what these assholes are talking about.
What are we talking about, Bryce?
Big same.
Bryce is putting his mouth on a stinky cucumber.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I have tried it. I will knock it. Thank you.
And he thought a squirt of lime would make it better.
It does. Gatorade cucumber lime is the best flavor. I will fight you.
No, if you're gonna lie to the 4.5 people that watch the stream and say that the lime cucumber is better than just traditional like Frost blue Gatorade, then get the fuck out of here, buddy.
Drink water, guys.
I do.
Actually,
Yeah.
Yellow, I did watch this video with a doctor talking about. He's like, if we're just talking about pure hydration, we're talking about just pure hydration, not the negative effects of sugar or anything like that. Just pure hydration. A sugary drink and stuff like Gatorade actually hydrates your cells better than water.
Mm-hmm. And the second best hydration mechanic is beer, because you can tell that it's hydration because you pee a lot.
Now you're stretching it.
If you weren't fully hydrated,
no, that's called a lot of waste. That's called a lot of shit. Your body says, yeah, you don't need any of this. And that's
not how the body works.
It's the shock that your body's going into to get rid of it.
Nope. I'm the most hydrated fucker in here.
Yep.
It's why your kidneys and your liver are like screaming. Like, what the hell?
Like,
why are we working overboard?
We don't need all
I
this.
feel like the liver is screaming for a different reason, and that probably has to do with alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Don't give me so much water. We can't process it. We have to pee more.
Anyway, we're back.
Hey, man, I'm just taking care of me.
I learned recently that for hydration purposes, iced coffee does count. So
anything that has water in it counts. It doesn't. It's here.
Well,
it's not that it doesn't hydrate you. It hydrates you. The issue is
really sugary sodas don't actually count, though.
But no. But here's the thing. Again, if we're talking about just hydration, it does. But sure, you're being hydrated, but you're also like becoming diabetic and fucking up your body with all that sugar.
Okay,
so
but
there's
like,
another.
You're also being dehydrated because you need more water to counterbalance all the sugar.
Guys,
No,
we're
no,
foregoing
that's
tonight's
if you drink
episode
really
to put
fucking
together
sugary
you're the very
coffee.
first Council of Six health episode.
Yes. Yes.
We're starting with liquids. Next week it's going to be solid, and then episode 3 is going to be all about how to tell if your poop is healthy.
I'm okay.
Check that stool, guys. Check that stool. Anyway, here we are for another episode of Council 6.
CBT is gaslighting. What?
And we're back for another episode. Where'd you guys live? You guys were on a boat. Yes, you're on a boat.
On a boat?
Yeah, judging by the
I'm
dude
on a
who's
boat.
screaming in the background, I think it's safe to assume that we're on a boat. Assholes
Turn the
just
volume down.
yelling
He's
a
not
terrible
screaming. I
song.
barely hear him.
You even get on this shit.
No, I'm standing next to him. He's screaming right in my ear. I hate him.
Well, he has to because DMX can't hear for shit.
Yeah.
I said we're on a boat.
And you guys
one boat around here.
met a very charismatic captain, one Inigo Montoya, who is captaining the ship. Mal stole a bottle of wine, I believe, from behind him.
And is currently drunk off his ass.
Yes, and then while you guys were walking away, all drunk, nobody noticed someone hiding in the shadows. However, Stevie,
Because I was not drunk, and so I noticed.
right, exactly. And this shadowy person jumped Stevie. Did not work out so well, and a battle ensued. Stevie got really big because Demix thought it was like prudent to make a gigantic horse lady on the ship while they were fighting.
Seems like a good plan.
Only thing scarier than a horse is big horse.
Here you go. And we had left off where she had stopped fighting. She also ended up getting trapped by Fleur and charmed by Mel. And
With
information
little
is trying
Drunk up his ass.
Oh yeah,
to
very
be
drunk.
had. And that's where we left off. Any questions before we get going? Any comments? Any?
No, Thanak's just sitting here waiting like this.
Okay, guys, who's this?
I don't know. I feel like she tried to attack me. Don't know what that was about, but she said she's not here
Tried to grapple
kill
you,
us.
not attack you.
And
Like
You're
I think
not-
it counts. Like just a little bit. Like you came at me, and hurt me a little bit. Like I'm hurt.
I wouldn't mind if the tiefling tackled me. I wouldn't complain about that. She is charmed, so.
It's about time, I think, for the tackling to cease.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
please.
What's going on, guys?
Can you get some information out of her? Like she is not being cooperative. We'll back over here. She can tell you what's going on, and then you can come tell us.
Thanak just hasn't moved, not taking the cue.
is there a bucket anywhere?
It is a ship. I would assume there might be.
probably a
You can look
bucket
around. You
somewhere.
can look around. Do a perception check
Yeah,
look
I'm
around,
gonna
see if you
go.
find a
I'm
bucket.
gonna go find a bucket.
I assume we're not in initiative anymore.
No. Like I said, we pretty much ended the round. Everybody had taken their turn, and you're all questioning, so we are out of initiative at this point.
I gotta roll anything, or do I just find a bucket?
Yeah, but you can do a perception check.
Okay. Wow.
Mel's still
10.
drinking from that bottle.
10. You look around for about 10 minutes while everyone's talking. You do finally find one, but it's after everybody talks to her. So you're not going to come back until everybody has an opportunity to talk.
Okay.
On a
Hey,
boat
Mel.
in the middle of the ocean, it took 10 minutes to find a bucket.
Low perception check. What do you want me to tell you?
It was average. It was the average.
Ten was average.
Any less than that, it'd been a goddamn half hour.
Hey Nick, would you mind putting
typical-
down?
Mhm.
Would you mind putting down the weapon? I think we might be able to persuade her to tell us more about what's happening if we are not so immediately threatening. While Stevie puts down her own weapon.
This is not my usual interrogation tactic, but you may have this one.
It would seem Mal's taking that decision out of our hands.
This is
Okay,
half
guys,
raised,
don't
this is
worry.
half raised
I
for her
got
and
this.
half raised for Mal.
I appreciate
about
that, sir.
About a minute into Flora looking for a bucket, Stevie shrinks.
Speaking of which, the person you're doing here has to do some wisdom saving throws. One for the being bound and one for the charmed.
I can't
So
shrink
for the-
myself.
The whole person happened before being charmed, so I'll throw wisdom saving throw for the whole person, and she's still held. That's a 5. That's 6. Okay. As far as being charmed, and I rolled a
Charm
6.
doesn't have a-
It's a 9. Excuse me.
Charm doesn't have a save after.
Yeah,
I thought it did.
After, you're just charmed. You're charmed for an hour
Only the
until
first
I
one.
physically hurt you.
Oh, it's only for the first one.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, can't unbiggen.
Right, charmed until the spell ends. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So yeah, she's
And
still
it's
charmed
not
and everything.
concentration.
And
So
bound.
after Thanik kind of finally puts the axe down a little bit after
I
threatening
can't
Mal,
come in
Mal's
big
just gonna go sit down right in front of her, crisscross applesauce style. So what can we do for you? Leaning back and forth, definitely drunk off his ass.
talking to her.
Sneaky bitch.
She's like, "What can you do for me?" let me go?
Yeah, we'll let you go. What?
Don't do it. Where's that bucket?
What? What? Okay, she's doing something. So, what are you doing here? Are you on the?
Gotta love the drunk questioning.
This shit is terrible. What she said? Oh, I can't even hear her.
I have so many questions. Just know them and answer them.
And she just kind of looks at you and she's like, "Sweetie, if you have a question, just ask it. I don't understand what you're asking me here."
I assumed everyone moved away. What do you guys want me to ask her?
What the hell is she doing on the ship?
What the hell are you doing to the bish?
Oh yeah. Yep. It's definitely
What is she doing on the ship?
Oh, what are you doing on the ship?
I was sent here to gather information about the cult. And you guys seem to know quite a bit.
Seems
She's
like
looking for the cult.
Seems like it would have been easier to ask.
She looks over at the big guy talking, and she just shakes her head and looks back at Mal again.
I think he said it would be easier to ask if you didn't hear him.
There's lots of things that are easier.
Well, sweetie, we know
Doesn't
a lot
mean easier is better.
Is that a
Sweetie.
sexual proposition?
Sweetie, we know a lot because we're trying to interfere with them.
I know. I already know. We know little about their movements. And we know you had a meeting with the Harpers in the Order. And the Harper
Would you like to say who we
shared
is?
With us.
Oh, we.
Not to you.
That seems a little disrespectful.
Who's weed?
My name is Dinah. I'm a member of the
Dina?
Zentarum. Dinah.
How many?
Dinah.
Dinah.
I'm a member of the Zentarum.
Okay. Who are they?
The Zentarum. You see, otherwise known as the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Where's my notes?
Otherwise known as the
Oh,
Oh
my
Jesus Christ.
There was another...
The religious group?
I had it open, but then I lost it.
The worlds are already blending together.
There. I thought I wrote it down in my notes.
So while they're talking,
We
he
are-
is gonna talk to Dobby and be like, so how long have you been traveling with this crew here? These people? Oh, good, he's asleep. And he's gonna go into his bag and get really interested in it. But nobody can see what's happening, so...
She goes, yes. She goes, the Zentarum, otherwise known as the Black Network. We're an organization of well-trained mercenaries, cutthroats.
I'm sorry, you said the Black
Other kind of
Network?
people like
What's
that.
wrong with that? There could be other colors on a network.
Can anyone make Mal a little less drunk? Anyone have anything for that?
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
You see,
We can throw
I
them
don't have
overboard.
any magic for this.
people like the Harpers and the Order like playing by the rules. We don't feel playing by the rules gets anything done. Ultimately, we want to make the rules. However, when it comes to the cult, us, the Harpers and the Order, are aligned. We don't trust them, we don't like them, and they are definitely not good.
Seemed like playing by the rules did you a lot of good since you're following us about the cold.
Again,
Sometimes
the Harpers
rules
had
are
to
nice.
jump on us on information, and we knew the best place to get it from was from you. As far as your horse friend over there, I was hiding, just trying to get information. I was not going to approach you or do anything. I was just going to listen.
Sounds like
that
got
worked
all
out
walked
really
by.
well for you, dear.
You all walked by, no one noticed me, and it was all going fine until Seabiscuit over here saw me. I was planning on
That
just
feels
knocking
like
her
a
out
slur.
and then go and hide again. Obviously, that didn't go as planned. Listen, the Zentarum have no ill intentions.
I just went over there
Zentarum.
to see. I went over there to see if you would make moves towards us. If you didn't, I would have gone right back to bed. So that was your fault, dear.
We have no ill intentions towards any of you. You carry valuable information and are more useful alive than dead. You can come back now.
So does this mean you're going to make yourself useful soon?
Useful? How? What do you want from me? I'm trying to get information from you.
You got 5 gold on you?
We're stuck on a boat. You can't go anywhere.
Mal, no.
What?
No. You're
No,
not extorting gold from this poor woman just because she's charmed by you.
Wait,
I'm
she's
so
charmed
sorry.
right now? I just came up and did shit.
Yes, you're adorably drunk.
Okay. Do you guys still
what
need me? Can I go back to sleep?
Go.
Did I
What was your
find the
name
bucket
again,
yet?
sweetie?
Yes, you found the bucket, I hope.
Yeah, he said you can come back now.
Oh, cool. So, wait, is the boat? Does the bucket have a rope?
Go find another
most
bucket with a rope. 10 more minutes.
No. I will say
Go find a rope on a ship.
on the
15
handle of
minutes.
the. I will say the rope on the handle of the bucket is pretty common on a boat, so I'll say there already is one.
Cool.
However,
I'm gonna throw the bucket.
I just rolled a nat
overboard.
20 wisdom saving throw. I'm assuming that beats.
Well, I tied her up. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
I
tied her up
remember that
afterwards.
happened
That's
at the end of
right.
last session.
Yeah.
Also, a whole
All
person
right, so
probably
then I need
needed a
to
while
do
ago.
a dex saving throw to try to get out of that. Now.
Who? Me?
No,
I'm
he's
trying to
rolling for
wiggle.
her to get out of
I'm
ropes.
trying to wiggle out.
Fleur,
Of the ropes.
Fleur, what are you doing with that bucket?
I throw the bucket overboard, and it comes back, and I walk back towards the group with this full bucket of water, and I immediately throw it onto Mal.
First off, this is imported silk.
All of that. Meanwhile, she takes a couple steps back, and you see her walking towards the railing, and she goes, "Well, it was fun and all." And she kicks one leg up and does a somersault back over the railing, and she plunks into the water as you see the bindings.
I'm gonna guiding
coming off
bolt
of
her.
Okay.
While she's doing this, can I cast a spell?
I don't like it.
Like,
I
while she's
mean,
trying to
are
keep
you
up?
all casting a spell on her at the same time? Is that what?
Janak definitely is casting a spell.
The moment she gets out of her restraints, I will have cast a spell.
Mal is very
Well,
upset.
the
with
restraints
imported silk
when she
web.
was when she went over the railing, bindings came off, and she plunk, went right into the water.
Okay, I'll
She's
still
trying to
cast a
pull
spell.
Houdini.
Does a 13 hit? I don't think it will.
Let me pull up.
I think my
her
13
sheet.
last week missed.
Missed, yeah. Missed.
Understandable.
This beautiful crackling bolt of radiant energy streaks past her head. Nothing
Firework.
happens, but it's gorgeous.
You see her. She does this
Absolutely.
perfect somersault. The binds come off of her. Her hands go forward, and just as she goes into the water, this bolt just shoots across, illuminates the river, and you see her body just silently. That's how well she dove. It just went bloop, right into the water.
See the Kraken. Wait, wasn't casting a
disappeared.
spell too?
I would have liked to cast a spell as she was going down.
Go ahead. I'll give you a shot.
Okay, I want to cast Suggestion, Wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to yell, come back.
She's diving into the water. You could have
Hey,
just
she has
like
to take her
bounce
next
off the
action.
water
She
and
has to
come
come
back up.
She has to take the
Okay.
next action. To
Wisdom
try and
saving throw?
persuade. 14, yeah.
Okay, well, I rolled 60.
Okay. That was worth a shot.
So she dumped
That's gonna
it.
come back to bite us in the butt later, ain't it?
What does Mal do while she's slowly walking backwards with mischievous face and saying all kinds of snappy quips?
Mal's upset because he just got a bucket of water dumped on his fine silk, so he's pissed. Really?
That's great.
Don't worry, Mal.
Did it work? Are you sobered up?
No, I'm just wet.
I can fix it.
I think it
That's
worked a
what he
little bit.
did.
I can fix it, Mal, and I cast Mending.
On
What?
It's
Oh,
just
you mended my broken heart. I'm going to bed.
Well,
So it is
Oh, that-
nighttime at this point, by the way, so it is quite late. So you guys can go to bed if you want.
Yeah, well, that may come back to bite us in the ass. We should probably get some sleep. She got me good. I should rest.
Oh, yeah, just go. 1 second.
If that's how they conduct their normal standard operating procedures, I don't think we have too much to worry about at all.
By the way, a very drunken Inigo Montoya comes out, peeks his head out. He's like, "Is everything okay out here? What is going on?"
That's all good.
What's all
You
this
had
noise?
a stowaway, but we took care of her.
A stowaway on my ship on the Caravel?
No longer, no worries. Go on back to sleep. We're right behind you.
Oh, okay. He walks out and goes across to the other door and goes back into his room, his quarters, which is the room next to the ward room.
D's gonna close his bag, throw it over his shoulder, and start walking out. Oh, is everything okay out here? Where did they go?
She jumped off the bed. It's all good.
Bless you. And you all just let her leave. Did you learn anything from her?
The Gentarum are apparently interested in the cult and trying to work against them as well.
And interested in us.
I also know her name.
Our knowledge of them.
What was her name again? I can't remember.
It was Dinah.
Dinah.
Dinah of the
Gentarum.
Zaytuna. What?
Yes, the Zaytuna.
DM, do I know anything about this Dinah from the Zentara?
I just messaged you.
What?
I already messaged you.
Oh. Sure.
By the way, my Drake stays until it is reduced to 0 hit points, so it's around now for the rest of a while.
Also, the starry form lasted for about 10 minutes, so after I'd found the bucket is when I had stopped glowing.
You were glowing and you couldn't find the bucket.
I want to say, love the sea shanties I can hear right now.
Oh, I don't even have.
It's mousing it in the background as he's asleep.
He's still drunk.
Thanak is going to do just kind of like a walkthrough of the ship, just to make sure that there aren't any more before going back to sleep.
Are you just passively looking, or do you want to do a check?
I figured I may as well do a check. I'm going to actively look.
Go right ahead.
Is that 18,
I might dab
I
is
think?
like my morning playlist here.
Yeah, 18. So yeah, you thoroughly. Are you just doing the deck?
Yeah, that's an
Are you
18.
Going through the whole, are you going through the whole like all the different levels? Or are you just going through the deck?
No, I just go through the whole ship. I figured I'd go all the way through the ship, just to
Yeah.
give it a good
So you got an 18, so you're thoroughly looking. So it takes you quite a while. If everyone's going to bed, you're gonna get back long after they go to bed. So you're out there for about an hour searching the whole ship, and after a very thorough search, you didn't find anything untowards.
Stevie,
Okay.
to go to bed is not actually sleeping in one of the cots, because that would be weird for a horse, centaur. So she's dragging a couple of blankets over to this front part of the ship, making a little nest-ish type thing for her and the Drake, and curling up with her Drake companion.
That's fucking adorable.
I'm adorable.
It's less adorable now.
Fuck off.
So D wants to metagamingly go around the ship and look for whatever Flora hid last session.
Forgot that was a thing.
No, that's not. Can't do that. All right, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, because Demix didn't know.
Because you would get to metagaming.
D would like to. No, that's all. That's all he has.
Cassian, as he gets back on the rowboat, because I told you he was going to do this, he's going to do a prayer to his goddess before he goes to bed.
And which goddess is this?
Tiamat.
Well, it was never confirmed that he's. Well, yeah. You kind of were.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, we all weren't sure because Frulam's a goddess as well.
She is a goddess in her own right.
attacking that man's mom nonstop.
Hmm.
I like it.
That's what
I, as a player, get flustered every time you guys bring that up too.
we know, we see it. That's the fun.
That's why we do it.
That's why the whole party wants to bang your mom.
I'm gonna see Mickey, or not. I'm gonna see Stevie like kind of like cuddle up like horsing. I'm gonna be like solidarity. I'm gonna wild shape into a horse.
Ooh.
And just go like, what up? And just I'm gonna try to sleep, but I'm gonna be like, I don't want you getting attacked again. So I'm just kind of like,
How long does
curl
wild
up with-
shape last?
What?
How long does wild shape last?
2 hours.
So if you're asleep, if at 2 hours you just like,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
exactly what's gonna happen.
awesome.
But
Wonder Twin powers activate. Shape of
So
a
like,
horse.
I'm assuming Sophie's floor is like curling up with me in the Drake, which like absolutely Stevie will let happen and like start braiding a little bit of her mane as she's horse. Because that's how it'll happen. That's Mommy Stevie. Just braid her little hair.
Also, before Cassian falls asleep, he starts writing in a journal.
I'm gonna steal it.
Okay. As far as praying, was it just that's what you're doing,
Just a
or were you
general-
looking to contact, or
No, just a general prayer he does before he lays his eyes to rest.
And now
Okay.
I lay me down to sleep.
Tiamat, my soul to keep.
Me warm at night.
And if I die before I wake, let all the world burn around me too. Amen.
D wants to find Thanik while he's searching the ship, and just he's just gonna walk up to him, try to find him. Thanik, yes, that woman. I believe she mentioned the Zentarum. Yes, that was the
Yes.
organization that she was working with.
I think that's what Mal said. He fucked it up a couple times before I think he got it out right. So I think, but yes.
Something to that effect, yes. They are quite powerful agency, if you will. They're a little loosely organized. A lot of their agents seem to be encouraged to do their own thing, but the most important thing that they all hold true is that wealth is power. I would imagine that this makes for a lot of very powerful and wealthy individuals to be a member of this organization. I don't know exactly what their business is with, the different. What is the Harpers and the Dragon ones, the other ones?
yes, the order.
What's the other one's called?
Order,
The other
The
one's
the Harpers.
very close
order of
to-
the Gauntlet.
Yeah, the Gauntlet and the Harpers, but I'm sure whatever it is that she was looking for, it probably isn't good for what we are trying to accomplish.
If there's anything that's encouraging by what she said, it's that the Harpers and the Gauntlet are aligned with the Zentarum in their interest in the cult, not succeeding in whatever their plans are.
But also they don't have information, so.
These
The-
metagame and whispers. What are these? What is this?
Get out of here, Crow. Get out.
But also, if they're loosely constructed and there's money involved, then I do worry about where their interest might lie. They may not wish the cult to succeed, but what that failure means to them could be troublesome in the long run.
Absolutely, and of course their approach. She made a point to delineate that their approach is outside of what is considered common decorum or law.
You seem to have more experience with them than we do. Do they
Just a passing knowledge, really.
do they usually suck that bad at doing their job? Because
In my
I seem like you
experience-
found her fairly quickly.
In my experience, wealth breeds privilege. Privilege does not always breed skill.
Get him.
Got him.
Is this where we gotta mention everybody walked by her except Stevie?
Cassian also saw her.
Okay, Stevie grew up
All you
dirt
need is
poor.
one,
Thank you
DM.
very much.
All you need is one. Don't make me take observant. Yes, that's a very fair point. We'll have to watch out for their involvement going forward. Hopefully, we don't see too much more of their kind in Baldur's Gate, as we'll have more than enough problems to deal with there than anyone snooping around, watching our actions.
I would imagine so. Very much so. I just thought you should know. Yes, these old bones, I guess, going to have to take a rest now.
No problem. I'll keep going through these crates. You do what you need to do.
What, are you looking for something specific or just kind of holding down the perimeter?
I'm just making sure that stupid Dinah doesn't have stupid friends.
It's very wise. And he just walks away.
More like
Here, Mama will stay with you. You see this miniature pit bull run up to you and kind of nip at the heel a little bit, and then like kind of sit. She does a little walk around and sits and just looks up to you, and it kind of waits for some kind of a command. She'll do whatever you ask as long as it is within reason.
What did you say her name was?
Mama. She also responds to dog.
I do feel much more comfortable with dog. Dog?
I would imagine so.
There's a nook and cranny behind these crates over here. Come here. No, come here. I can't fit my arm in there. Look. No, look. No, go. No, go and look. No, in there.
Should
No,
do
in.
the, and then turn and do exactly what it is that you're asking for.
I can
That,
be
you know,
nice.
that dog give up.
I can be nice, but I'm usually not used to looking down at someone quite as low as you to the ground.
She's gonna viciously attack your ankle.
That's metal. No, that's worse for you than it is for me. That's metal. Allies.
Lockjaw
for
on
you.
the ankle.
All right, so
He's gonna
is
go to
everyone gonna start settling in for the night?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you
Once
guys
I've
can take a
finished
long
with my
rest.
rounds.
If you want, we can get the next 2 days can pass relatively quickly. If there's things you want to do during it, you can, or if you want to do the next day, you can.
I have plans.
Okay.
I also have plans.
I think Thanic's okay,
Alright.
but I will contribute, and whoever wants to talk to me.
Next morning rises.
Stevie's just gonna try and not drown and fall off the side of the boat. That's her goal.
Are there seagulls on rivers? There's seagulls on rivers. right?
Probably.
They're
Yeah,
just
I would
called
imagine.
gulls at
Probably
that
as
point.
you get closer to Baldur's Gate, there will
I'm
be.
in the middle of the country, and there's skulls here.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
I'm like an hour and a
skulls.
half inland, and there's gulls up here.
So you're waking up, and it is a pretty big river, to be honest. It's not like a little canal. It's a major river, so it's pretty big. So yeah, so you rise. There's the sound of gulls overhead. It's a brisk morning. It's about high 50s, low 60s, and it's about 8 a.m. The sun's been up for a couple hours now, and you feel brisk air on your faces as you wake up. The sky's a little overcast. It doesn't look like it's like going to be super rainy, but it's a little overcast.
Okay. At some point during the day, and I know it's unlikely, but for one day, I want to see if there's ever a time where Dobby is ever not with Fleur.
And in that, I was gonna say, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna try to wake up before Stevie, and then immediately sneak off, grab Dobby, and go to the basement. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna like wake up and immediately go cast without trace, and just like try to like.
Yeah, and you do have control of his icon, so you can take him wherever you want.
And so I'm gonna go be down in the basement again for however long it takes to get all of the important information.
Okay. So unless anyone is looking, she does go down there skillfully.
At some point, Cassian will look for both Fleur and Dobby.
Yeah, you can look. That's fine. But if anyone wants to know if they've like noticed that they're leaving, you guys all did come from the same room and woke up around the same time.
Yeah.
So.
But I did immediately, and I will like cast
Right,
it.
right.
Like,
Yeah, whatever they try to do, it's after pass without trace.
What time-ish is Fleur waking up to do this?
8 a.m.
As early as she can.
As early as she can.
Oh,
okay,
Fleur.
Stevie's not really much of a morning person, so she probably would not notice. She would not be awake to notice Fleur leaving.
Thanak is a dad, but I'm going to roll to see if I paid attention at all.
Cool.
And
22.
I rolled a 3, so I did not.
And then I don't know what Dobby's stealth is, but he is a
I
plus.
never go down below decks.
Oh yeah, I guess I could roll for
The
him.
ceilings are too low and below decks for me to spend too much time in.
He is a plus 10 though.
Pull him up. You got, I mean, if I remember, his actually wasn't that bad. I mean, he is a druid. He has his own pass without trace, to be honest with you. So.
He's also going to be ritualing cast it when I use all my second spells.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has +3 to stealth. Oh yeah, he's good.
He is small.
21 + 10, 31.
Oh, he got better than
Nat
me.
18 is fucking kill it.
He's 2.5 feet. He's even sneakier.
Did you wait, Thanak? Did you roll a perception check with a D4?
No, I rolled a d4 to figure out whether or not I ever went below decks. I stayed up later than
Okay.
everybody, so I was not up early enough.
Okay,
I did not.
puzzled.
Those damned ceilings are too low for me to spend too much time down there.
Okay.
Now it's just loudly snoring in a hammock. He's been on a 3-day bender. He ain't getting up for a little bit.
Oh, I won't find Fleur for the rest of the time we're on this boat.
Well,
Whenever-
that's however long it takes.
Whenever Stevie wakes up, she's gonna set a cup of water near Mal's bed.
Oh, keep in mind, the stealth that Fleur and Dobby did was to get downstairs unnoticed. As far as looking for them, that stealth doesn't play into looking for them unless
Awesome.
there would
Stealth
be another stealth roll.
I had
actively
rolled
hide?
to look for them, and I rolled a nat 1, so I don't think it matters
Oh,
what
you're done.
Sophie
Yeah,
rolls.
no.
Yeah.
I woke up with the
No.
intention of looking for them, but then I saw the ocean and was like, why do I care?
Why is there a large blue seagull overhead?
Yeah. You actually don't even notice or remember that Fleur was even on the ship at this point.
How long will it take me from the very beginning of the morning? How long of the day is taken up by finishing up?
I think we
writing
said
down
last
all the
time you
important
did.
stuff?
I think last time we
Majority.
said we got up to before current events.
Yeah.
So there's not that much left. So I mean, I would say it would only take you another hour or two to finish it up.
You guys hear a loud thud as Mal falls out of his bed on top of the water glass. He does not move.
Sounds like more.
And about an hour later, so around 9, you do hear a big bell being rung, and you hear the it's not called a cook. What is it called on a boat? What is the cook called? There's a name.
Cool guy.
I forgot what it's called.
Is it the
Chef?
bosun?
There's a name for it.
Is
Bosun?
No, the
I think it's
bosun
the
is the guy. He's the guy that directs people to do things.
Anyway, rings the bell. Breakfast is ready. Breakfast is ready. So, yeah, down in the lower decks, number 9, he has all the food there laid out for all the crew and everything. There's obviously food in the ward room for the officers and Captain Montoya.
I was chewing directly into the mic. Sorry. D wants to find Cassian.
okay, yeah.
Cassie's looking seagulls.
It's a cook.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just called a cook.
It's literally
It's a cook?
just.
I thought there was a. I swore there was a name.
Like a
I
chief
thought
cook.
there was a name.
Yeah,
for it.
just say
Chief
chief
cook.
cook would technically, if there's more than one.
Right, but it's
it would
often
be one.
shortened to.
Nerdy Googlers. These are
There's
to
one
find
thing I
Cassian
learned.
wherever he is, and he's gonna say, "Can I trouble you for a moment, Master Cassian?"
Once again, Master, don't need it. Lord would be fine though.
Forgive
You're
me,
all the way
Lord.
down in the rowboat with him.
My liege. All the way down in the rowboat. Your appearance would intimate that you have some knowledge of the power of dragons.
It might show that I would have the knowledge, but up till about a week ago, I looked like a human.
I've heard talk of a woman that is commonly described as your mother.
Yep.
This was one of the
Leaders
head
of the cult.
cultists, right, of Tiamat,
Uh-huh.
the many-headed serpent.
5-headed Drake goddess of the deep, yes.
Life could be considered many.
Is that do I sense in your voice there reverence? Is that reverence in your voice when you speak of her?
I was raised as a member of the cult under a separate family, which Fru Lamb murdered in front of me. So as much as there might be some understanding in some of her teachings, I know that it would not be best to have her on the material realm.
So you think that there may be some merits to a version of Tiamat, just not
Yes.
her in full.
Just not her
I can
avatar or her being on the realm in full.
I can understand that sentiment. I do ask. Well, I would like to share something with you. The recklessness that youth lends itself to can often put you in situations that you may find hard to get out of. Have you found this to be true?
I zoned out, like actually. Pardon me.
Yes, that's that. I think that would give me my answer. There was some talk in the city before we left. Someone came to meet with me, said that they had heard rumors that there was a dragon egg sold by a large dragon-looking gentleman who was blue.
There's not many of us out there.
That was my thinking exactly.
Racial profiling.
We were unable to track down this egg, unfortunately, but I just would be curious, and this can stay between you and I, of course. What would possess you to release something so rare and powerful into the world so recklessly?
Life has a way of balancing itself out. With each evil creature, there is a good. So with a evil creature being released, an equilibrium force of good will also come into the world.
Yes, your magic must not come from study. That's a very dumb thing to think. No life experience would lend anyone to come to that conclusion.
I was sheltered with a family not of my own in a castle far away, taught many things most people would not agree with. most studied people would not agree with.
Well, I know what that is like. My study was forced onto me as well. And some would not really care for my particular area of expertise.
What is
And
your
I think-
particular area of expertise?
Don't trouble yourself with an old man's musings. I'm sorry I bothered you. Enjoy your day. He gets up and starts to walk away.
DMX, before you leave,
DMX, please.
DMX, my apologies. Before you leave, you asked me for this earlier. We haven't had a chance to sit and talk. I hand you the potion of invulnerability.
Thank you. This will prove very useful. Why would you not keep this for yourself?
I have ways of getting out of things, and I'm unsure of your full capabilities as of yet.
He's gonna tuck it and say, I certainly am a frail individual these days, so I do appreciate it.
You have a good day.
I bid you farewell, Lord Cassian. Just gonna hobble away, climb. Forever.
As you're walking up there, you thought you saw Mama, and then she ran off.
No. Summon her back. Yes,
And
Mama.
Mama comes back. She just looks at you,
Is there something that you've learned?
just staring at you.
She can telepathically,
Oh,
kind of
okay.
just
Well,
give me information.
since I was in the part, she's like, no, I was laying down. You called me.
You told me to learn
Forgive me.
shit? I didn't go learn shit.
My
Talking about.
old age, my adult brain, Mama. You're adorable. Just poof her into the magical world where she exists until I need her again.
It's a pocket dimension. The dimension has pockets. Like this dress.
It is totally bleak.
Stop.
Cassian continues to write in his journal throughout the rest of the trip.
Once I finish copying down everything I can, I'm gonna ask Dobby if he can go sneak and grab Mal, or convince Mal to follow him, and he's gonna pass that a trace while doing it.
Check your DMs, by the way, Sophie.
Cool. Oh. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Secrets.
So that's still that's still there.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
he
then
already
I-
has the pass it out trace, and he can do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna go do that.
Okay.
Mal's passed out on the floor on top of a cup of water at this moment.
All right.
Two
So
fingers,
Dobby
that's
comes over by Mal, sees him just passed out. Nothing is going on. And he comes back and tells Fleur that Mal is...
So Mal is really passed out. I think he drank a little. I mean, I drank a lot and I'm little. I thought I would be the last one to wake up, but he gone.
Flora's going to hide the books again.
Who'd have thought he's a bigger lightweight than little Dobby? But
one
I
on the
guess
other
it
side.
is.
And she's going to just not sneak, but not just kind of in a calm manner walk back up and have Dobby lead her.
I think nonchalant is the term you're looking for.
Nonchalantly, thank you. If Dobby still has password trace, she
Nonchalantly.
will use it though.
Yes.
Because diameter. And just go up to Mal.
Yes. So we are going back up to the main deck? Is that where
Mhm.
we're going?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I always forget about Master.
Okay, so Dobby and Fleur came back to me. DMX, you said you went back to the rooms, right?
Yeah. Me and
Mel's
Mama.
passed
Mama was
out.
gone. I went back to the room.
Stevie's still hanging out in the rooms too with her Drake.
She's hanging out with the Drake, just chatting with it in Draconic.
Okay. And Thanik, you still
Oh.
in the rooms? Did you go
Everything
get
and
breakfast or
nothing.
anything? Or
Yeah, Thanik's just kind of gonna have a normal day. I might try and find Stevie at some point in time and just like show her how to stand still on a boat. But otherwise, like Thanik's just like he's just thinking about balls.
now I'm picturing this
I
boat
forgot
rocking
about-
and this course lace just clap, 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 clap.
Look, I understand that forelegs and hooves can be slippery, but if you really allow the knees to move with the sway of
not
the boat, you really stay in
comfortable.
the same place. I understand.
Historically, horses don't like boats.
I don't like it.
I'm not trying to make you like it. I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Nah, D. Yellow forgot about breakfast. He's gonna want to go and get. D's gonna want to go get breakfast. He's gonna pass by Thanik and Stevie's thing and say, "Try tarring your hoofs," and he just goes to get breakfast.
Quiet, we're dancing.
Oh, of course.
Like no, and I'm
It's
just
a
imagining
lovely
like
dance.
I'm just literally imagining like Stevie and Thanik in like Walt's position, like him trying to hold
Yes.
her, like while she's
I'm
trying
confused.
to.
Is he holding
Get
her hands or is he holding her forelegs?
Are you hooped up like a dog?
No,
Is what he's asking, I think?
no, like
Look, your front legs are very stable, but your back legs, they act like they've got a mind of their own back there.
well, they kind of do sometimes. I can't help it.
That's pretty much all they need to do.
I mean, Stevie would at some point try to get breakfast, but other than that, and being taught how to stand on the boat by Thanik, she is not happy with being on a boat.
So there's no rolling for metagaming, finding whatever Fleur's been sneaking off to do.
No, because Demix didn't know she was there. So
I mean, he would have known that she snuck off and disappeared for hours and hours.
I mean,
but
he would have
I don't
known
know
that
if
he
really
hadn't
cared
seen
about
her
that.
in a while. He would have known that he
that's
hadn't
true.
seen her in a while.
You must become
That he would've known.
suspicious before you can search.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
I mean, I would say this.
Omelets?
Yeah, you would notice she's not there, but you wouldn't know that she left anything anywhere or. Yeah.
And he wouldn't really care what she was getting up to anyway. There's nothing to do with it. Breakfast, and he eats, and then I don't know, finds somewhere quiet that he can write in his book, and sit and quietly write in his book.
There's another journal that Fleur wants to steal.
Why are there so many journals? Just talk to people.
It's a spell
This is
book.
not a,
It's
this is
spell
not a
book.
third one. There's Frulam's, there's Cassian's, and
It's not a journal. Not a journal.
Demix.
Who's next?
Book.
No, I don't care.
It's
I'm being
spell lyrics.
It's a spiral
Thanik
notebook.
is so bad.
Yeah, and he writes in it backwards.
I
So
prefer
the
composition
day goes
notebooks,
by.
Thank you very much.
No,
well,
spiral notebook.
once
Perforated edges.
I find Mal,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look at him and immediately like get this close to his face and just like lesser restoration. Lesser restoration.
What's the restoration?
I will bad
Can you
mistake.
twin spell that?
Who was
Do
the,
it to
who
yourself,
was the
too?
drunk one?
You have to,
I'm not a sorcerer.
Oh shit!
Yeah. She's a druid.
And just wake him up.
why am I not drunk anymore?
Hey, buddy. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
need you to do that a little less, because I have a plan and I want you involved.
I was like, what? Mal's a little frustrated, but okay, what are we doing?
Now, I do have one question here. Are you doing this like quietly with him? Because I believe there's other people still there.
Yeah, no, I did. I was like here,
Okay.
like, hey.
Okay.
And
so
then
it's an obvious private conversation
This-
happening here.
Right. We are not whispering because that's annoying, but we are whispering.
Right.
Yes, whispering, but I can't whisper Mal voice.
So today,
I can't do that at all.
exactly. And she's just gonna like hopefully it's not been an hour. Dobby still has Pass Without Trace, and we're just gonna sneak off again.
Mal's gonna follow, I guess, because he's recently
just talking to him.
sober and he has to deal with life.
That didn't take it out.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that could be listening to us? Because I know I do things, but
if you're talking quietly, the other people can get interested and want to do a perception check. But
well, we're gonna sneak off.
What am I
I'm
perceiving?
sitting across from them, right? When she finds Mal, he's laying in his bed, I presume, sitting across from me. She hovers over his face, whispers directly into his mouth, and then they disappear. Is that? I just want to get the sequence of this, right?
Yes, that's what you saw.
I saw what I saw, right?
I'm gonna send Mama to watch and try to get her to be as quiet as she can.
Okay.
We sneak off to like the floor under.
Well, I think he meant while you were talking, he sent Mama over there.
To watch, to follow wherever they go away.
To follow. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so Mal's gotta follow us. I can't move your guy.
Yeah, Mal. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forget there's a map. Mal's doing it.
Position myself as well. Where are we? Where do we sleep?
Where everyone currently is.
There, that's close enough.
Oh yeah, no.
Third from the left, up at front.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
I
so.
see. Gotcha.
Mama
Mama
runs
lost
right
him.
up to Floor's leg and like bangs into it. No kind of sneak. It's just looking mad adorable and wants pets and shit. And I'm like listening to her head, and her head is just like, please pet me, please pet me. Please.
Hi,
Like this
puppy.
fucking bitch.
I need you. I will pet you in like 10 minutes if you go over there.
She's gonna fucking. I'm gonna. Yeah. If
Dobby
I
does a
take
quick
her over,
pat,
then it's gonna be too obvious. Of course.
Before she...
Doggy!
Yeah, he's not that invested.
Okay.
Next time, I guess.
I mean, he's probably face to face with this dog, and he's 2.5 feet tall. So he's
No, she's tiny. She's tiny.
Okay. Oh, she's tiny. Okay. I heard
Yeah, she's tiny.
pit,
Yeah.
so I thought she was a little big. Okay.
Right. No. Yes. Typically, she's a miniature.
So it's a pit Pomeranian. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna do like the quick 1, 2, nothing. I don't think anything is listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First things first, I'm genuinely worried about your drinking problem, but we'll talk about that later.
Why do I feel like she's speaking to me right now? You had Mal.
This conversation is just based off real events. Second, I think we have very similar goals.
Go on.
So, I can't tell you where it is, because frankly, I don't trust drunk you. But I
Reasonable.
have the journal.
Oh, that's where that went.
And I think we can use it to our advantage.
Dobby took it while you were drunk.
That's not very hard to do.
Dobby did great. Don't hate on. Okay?
You're
He's just
great.
beaming.
Thank you. I think if we want to get information and or other things, the best way to do it would be getting in her good graces by giving her the journal back. But don't worry, I have 2 of them.
So you want to give Frulon her journal back?
Yes.
That might look a little suspicious.
Not if you look like someone else.
I meant of the contents of that journal. So, in an attempt to debate Lord Cassian, that may not be entirely honest in there.
What are you talking about?
Mal's gonna point to the one spot in the journal which is
don't
not
have
the
it.
same as everything.
I don't have it. It's not
Never mind.
here. I don't have it on me.
Oh, never mind.
I
He
told
does
you.
not do that. He creates a minor illusion with his hands of what it looks like.
Are you talking about the stuff that you tried to fake in, but then it just was obviously not real?
Oh, so you are aware of that. Perfect. And he gets rid of that. Okay, continue. So continue with the plan. You clearly know that's bullshit.
Anyway, I think Hear me. What if like we find her? I think this plan can work.
Okay, so we find her, we give her the journal, get in her good graces, and what kind of information are we trying to get out of this?
Well, I mean, almost anything, you know, cult stuff, but also
Trying to get in her pants.
Do I have porn music
that
anywhere?
one. That one. I also think
You want to ban her mom?
she's really fucking hot. I think this can work. If not, we can tell. If other people find out, we go,
Wait.
"Oh, it's information gathering." But this is the real mission is just trying to bang Rula.
They're
I have
trying
a
to
great
have a
idea.
threesome
Watch
with
this.
Furlan. What the hell?
Yeah, this is the thing. Shut up, brother.
I think
Peanut
she'd
gallery.
be into it.
I have a great idea. And I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself, turn myself into an elf with blue eyes and blue hair.
I am so genius.
Is she into
This
the
is
color
perfect.
blue? Is that her thing?
No,
You
you're
don't
not
know.
here. Get out of here. pigeon.
Sorry. Mickey, that is not Stevie.
These meta gulls, they're just everywhere. Flying around our heads.
My God, these seagulls are annoying. But yes, I can do this if this is what you're
I
thinking.
think. Are you into it? And
It sounds like a horrible idea. I am 100% in.
If we do this together, if you ever come up with a plan, I'm totally ready. I got some weird fucking skills under my belt. I'm kind of a wanted criminal, so if you want to do something,
Well, here's the good news. Is it in Baldur's Gate? Because that
no,
could get. A
I've
little...
never been
okay.
there before. But
Thank God. Cover my ass in Baldur's Gate. I'll cover your ass wherever you're wanted.
I love this.
And then I'm gonna drop the Disguise Self so I don't look like a sexy blue-haired elf.
Pinky promise.
The
me
pinky
we're
is
gonna-
up, Ma. What's
Oh, I didn't
happening?
see
The
that.
pinky is in the air.
I'm getting
Jesus
minor illusion
Christ.
of pinky out of my hand. It passes
The
through.
disrespect.
Nah, just kidding.
I'm
Just
not that-
kidding.
Show me your other hand.
DM needs
Show
a
me your other
moment
hand.
here.
show me your hand. Okay.
Show me your hand. Okay, pinky promise is locked.
If this works, I'm suddenly going to have to write this whole situation.
We're gonna have a romance scene from Mass Effect style going on here.
We're turning this into a dating simulator.
I think I'll talk to Marie and have her write this part.
Oh, that's great.
She reads a lot of smut, way more than I do. So.
It's all fun and games until Furlan brings out the floggers.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a top. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
I feel like she's not though.
Yeah,
Great.
dragons, that's a thing.
You didn't read
Demex
the
is
journal.
also losing his memory and doesn't notice a lot of things.
We know the contents of the journal. We know what we're getting ourselves into.
So, the operation,
so
get in
bad.
Furlan's pants.
Yeah. Keep this a secret.
I'm so
Don't
glad
let-
Stevie's not here for this.
Don't let fucking Cassian ruin our plans.
Oh,
If he does,
speaking
he does,
of
we kill him.
Cassian,
He's tugging on Fleur.
tell him what I told you. Tell him what I told you.
Yes, we're so right. Whisper.
Dobby was a dog. Dobby was a dog. I heard things.
I heard things. I expect juicy details. That'll be great.
Ah.
I know the secret.
You shall
Well,
never
the journal
know
will
these
not get no
secrets.
secrets. But this is, yeah. So obviously your characters are not going to know this. But
So I Cassian was talking to the old guy,
Okay.
and
Typing it.
yeah, well, they role played it in front of everybody, so you know, it's I can.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and I looked like a dog, and I was hiding outside the back of the boat, and I heard them talking. Cassian sewed the egg.
I'm sorry, what?
The dragon egg.
He sold that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an issue. Oh, by the way, Fleur, you weren't there for that. We found Dragon X. We got him to a safe spot, and apparently this idiot. Oh God.
I'm like.
You actually see Mal get a little flustered.
I'm like this close to like never trusting that man again. If anything else weird happens, I have weapons.
Are you threatening to kill Cassian?
If anything else happens, I have weapons, much like everyone else here.
Yes, I do too. It's quite a common.
I wouldn't call a violin a weapon, but
Hey, I got this too. Toot flute.
It's a weapon in the right hands, I'll tell you that.
Okay, Bryce, you need to get a recorder, and
That is the logical successor to, what is it, Joe the Duck?
Dobby
chicken.
casts Thorn Whip, and he's like, I got one too! I learned this!
I don't know if I trust him with
He's
that.
waving it around.
he's so good, dude.
Hey, you remember that one time you fell asleep with a bunch of your friends? Sorry about that.
What?
Oh, yeah.
No, like
Why
that's
you-
Mal. That's Mal legit apologizing for that. By the way.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, Mal's like
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
Dobby doesn't know about it though.
No,
Mal
he
was
does. They told him.
literally there.
Oh, okay.
Mal's the one who put it.
Just a little history, Mickey. So they were fighting a bunch of kobolds out in Greenest. Dobby
I know
was
how
one of
Dobby
them.
came about. I didn't know that he knew that they were
Yeah.
the ones that killed his friend.
Well, they put them all to sleep, and he woke up, and all his friends were dead. They were all there.
And didn't he have a knife in his eye too? I think because Fleur healed him.
Yes, he was partly dead, and Fleur healed him and brought him back.
That's why
So
we're
he
best
knows.
friends.
Nothing
Okay,
like
so-
gaslighting somebody into being your best friend, right?
I didn't gaslight him. I saved his
Well, to be
life.
fair, Fleur did not attack him. She didn't.
I never attacked him. I tried saving more too, but
Yeah.
I didn't have Revivify yet.
Just an
All right.
army of kobolds by the end of this campaign. Okay, so we have a plan. We know Cassian is up to some. Then what? Why would he sell a dragon? Makes no sense. Okay.
I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. Just that it's.
Do I tell Fennec about that?
That's
He
what
might
do
hurt
we
him.
Do we tell our parents about this?
I don't know my parents.
I don't know, like our fake parents.
You mean Stevie and Fennec?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely my parental material.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have parents either.
I don't know. Dad scares me then.
I think if we tell them together, she'll calm them down.
Let's do it right now.
Okay. Scurry.
Skirt.
We literally have these just burgeoning into adulthood orphans. On this adventure. This is.
I think they might be our real parents the whole time.
A centaur and a Thanek make an elf and a tiefling.
How did we get here?
A Goliath, not a Thanek.
Technically, anything can make a tiefling.
Yeah, true.
I'm a half elf though. I don't know how
They
you
I've just got
The
some questions.
correct-
I've just got some questions for Mickey about fucking Fleur.
what
I
else?
don't know.
I've never made anything that small in my life. I shit larger than that.
I'm pretty small for a centaur.
Oh,
I didn't know Thanek was into horses. Hey.
Thanek's not into anything.
It's the Zeus effect.
Then it's not into anything, and neither is Stevie. By the way.
Thanek, he can't. He's a fucking eunuch.
Well, we don't know when that happened though.
This could be a long relationship.
After I accuse you of cheating.
I mean, I don't think he got castrated in Greenest.
Right. But
Oh wait,
like,
but Fleur's
so
Fleur's like
19
20s. Yeah.
something.
I mean,
There's a way to bring that back.
Anyway.
I don't think it's reversible like a
There is
like a
there is
vasectomy.
spell called Regenerate, isn't it?
Yes, there absolutely
yeah.
is a spell called
There is.
Regenerate.
Don't laugh. Vital to my character.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my
you just gave me
God.
Ideas. All right, let's
Magical secrets.
Continue.
That's in the After Dark episodes.
So
want me to
y'all,
get 'em
when
loud
y'all
or quiet?
find Stevie and Thanik, he's still trying to teach her how to like walk on a boat.
Maybe they are our parents.
What? Oh, you.
Excuse you?
Excuse you. Hey guys, we have some news that we should probably discuss.
Huddle.
You're interrupting training. I hope it's important.
Oh, you'll like this, trust me.
I doubt that very much.
Yeah, you're gonna hate this. Oh, so, you remember how we went to that amazing island? I got really wasted. There was those dragon eggs.
Yeah, there are 3 of them.
Yeah, did you count how many were left?
Why would they? Or why would I?
Exactly
Are you saying
my point.
Master Roshi stole one of them?
Not
No.
Roshi.
Worse.
What
Apparently
happened?
Dobby
What did you
overheard-
do?
I didn't do
We
anything
didn't do
for
anything.
once. This time. It's not gonna be a recurrent thing, probably.
Don't believe this yet.
Anyway, little one over here, Dobby, apparently overheard a conversation. Yes, him. So it appears that a dragon egg, a black dragon egg, was sold in Montreal.
In El Toreo?
Alterel, yeah, I can still a little bust.
The place.
Oh, John.
I will.
Less restoration can only
And
be
who would have sold this dragon egg?
Who disappeared from the group for a little bit while we were having fun at the bar?
Wait, where is he?
Oh, the old guy said it was a blue dragon-looking guy that sold it, so it's
I
probably...
implied it. Thank you, though.
I am gonna go find him and murder him. I'll be right back.
Keep Dobby, come!
You were supposed to be like, come
Hold on.
If
There's
Thanik
a-
is not like actually trying to hold her back, she's going.
Yeah, I grab you by your haunches and you don't go anywhere.
Funk.
Respectfully.
I just said hold on. I didn't
Can
say-
you
I did
respectfully
not say
grab
you
a centaur
couldn't.
by their haunches?
I could do it gently
Lightly.
and powerfully at the same
She
time, though. Because I'm respectful but intense.
Stevie would stop at that. She would need to be
There's-
held back, but she would stop.
There's, yes, it seems to point to an individual, but it does not seem to verify that it is any particular individual in any particular case.
It does.
You killed the only other blue dragon guy we've ever seen!
Also,
Just because
Dobby,
that's the only one
Dobby
we've ever seen.
literally
doesn't mean that it's the
heard
only one that
Cassian
exists.
say this to Dee.
That means it's worth a conversation. That does not mean that anyone needs to die today. We have important
sure about
things
that?
to do. Yes, I'm very sure.
Thanik's a Republican, innocent until proven guilty. Let's get all the facts first.
I believe in the concept of the law.
You
I believe-
might struggle with something later, but yeah, I'll stand in the
I
back.
believe that it's best to be had in a conversation because, again, you are speaking to the proponent of destroying them all and never having them actually leave the cave. So if anyone here believes for an instant that I care whether or not they're in Mickey's hands or they're in someone else's hands, because I believe the same outcome is going to be who
Stevie's hands.
Stevie's hands. You're fucking
I'm not the only one!
in
Stop
Stevie's
adding your name with
hands.
an E.
Nope. I
It all-
refuse.
Well, then now.
As soon as those dragon eggs are born, regardless of who their caretaker is, the outcome will be the same. The fact that they still exist is just as much of a problem whether we can account for 3 or we can account for 2.
Well, I ain't happy about it,
I understand that.
but I'll listen to reason. But I guess it's reason.
Don't worry, Stevie. I'm on the murder train too.
I'm just here to watch because it's going to be entertaining.
If this is a conversation that needs to be had now, then we can have this now. The only other thing that I'll propose is that we are on our way to fighting an entire cult. Perhaps this can wait.
But how do we
Or-
know? How do we know he's not gonna join them in the end? If he was
We
willing
don't
to
know.
sell.
We
a dragon.
don't know. But if he attempts to, he will meet a very, very, very poor end.
What if he just did that now?
Yes.
That would
seems
make
like
our
a very,
lives easier.
He seems like
yeah.
a very good swimmer. What would make our lives easier is having 6 people accessible to us while we're fighting a cult. What will make our lives not so easier if we kick someone off a boat hoping that they can't swim, and then we walk into a cult and pretend like that's going to be successful.
Hear me out, though. We have 6 people. We got Dobby and we got Dee. We don't need this.
I'm sorry, 6.5 or 6. I'm sorry, Dobby has. I love this little thing. He's just not done anything for me yet. He's not proven himself. You went away and now he's come back.
A cliff,
You talk shit to everybody, and you've not cast a single spell that's helpful to me. I'm not saying that you cannot. I'm saying that you have not.
You just see a tear rolled out his face.
We bonded by that cliffside.
Mickey, we're going to Cassian. No, I'm not listening. You cannot disrespect my best friend and still be reasonable.
No,
we're going.
Stevie,
We're going.
Stevie like leans down.
This kobold and I bonded by that cliffside. This is someone I consider a friend. That does not mean that he's been useful yet.
Stevie like kneels down and like wipes the tear from Dobby's eye and like, it's okay. He's just a mean old man.
Now has minor illusion power.
You're older than me.
Well, he doesn't need to know that.
His lip is quivering.
It's okay. You're plenty useful.
I will.
You've gotten us lots of
For
useful information.
the sake of group cohesion, I will bend down on one knee and still bend down further and say, "You'll have your time, small one." That I very much believe.
I just gave you all the information about the egg. No one would have known if it wasn't for me.
You've done well to speak to us. But all this has technically done is sow discontent. Which is why it's worrisome to me that we're having this conversation not out in the open in front of everyone. Now, if we all feel that it's necessary to march up those stairs and start some kind of conflict, then so be it.
I feel that need.
But we do have much larger problems ahead of us, and Cassian has proved himself useful up until now.
Now that I have gotten over the initial shock of a poor little dragon egg being sold on the black market, I see the wisdom in what you're saying.
Probably makes a great omelet, actually.
Shut up.
Who knows? We could get a really weird, uneventful break after Baldur's Gate and have all the time in the world to deal with this. Or we could attempt to fight Tiamat with without someone who is as skilled at magic as he is. I prefer the former rather than the latter.
You literally have 3 magic users in your party that aren't Cassie.
Can you cast something that lights everything on fire all at the same time?
I definitely will be in like another level.
I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Panic.
Level.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Dobby looks up. He's like,
I have never heard of these levels. Is this something new?
We are diverse. We are strong. We should not try and break that immediately over something that we do not know for sure is true.
Does that mean Dobby can cast fire too?
Soon.
No. Never.
Soon.
he kind of just walks away, goes to the railing. You see him saunter up to the railing, and he just goes up on his tippy toes, and his chin just sits on the railing, and his arms just dangling at his side as he looks at the water.
I'd go talk to him, but I feel the damage has been done. Anyway.
Yeah, Stevie definitely goes over and starts chatting with him and like trying to comfort him.
I think at the very least we should tell Cassian we know, and now we're watching him.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I have a great idea,
an
guys.
Opportunity to explain himself. There could be valid reason for doing what he's done. However, to walk up to him and accuse him and attempt to hit anybody is just going to cause unnecessary strife.
I mean, how long can it be? So much. What's he
If you guys want me to tell him we know, I can whisper it in his ear from 120 feet away.
That would be funny. That would be really funny.
He's always popping in our heads. It's quite annoying. I want to do it back to him.
You should do that. That would be really
I'm
funny.
starting to get used to it a little bit.
You should do it.
Anyway.
You should do that. You should do that.
Anyway, I've said my piece. I've been dancing with your mother for too long, and I have not eaten anything. So I'm going to go eat.
The last thing Mal's gonna do is just gonna take out some copper wire, aim where he thinks Cassian is, and be like, "We know," and then just leave it at that.
Which direction do you point?
I assume actually, what? I'm gonna roll a check here to see if I would have any idea, because I've been drunk a lot.
It depends on.
He aims towards the front of the boat.
Casting doesn't hear it.
It was worth a try. It was funny regardless. Okay, I'm good.
It's not even worth the try. You just say it and be like, he definitely knows.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how. I've completed my mission.
Cassian's still writing in his actual journal
I'm gonna
or
steal it.
notebook.
Fucking
You have to see me writing in it first.
I'm gonna
Now would be a good time to take our intermission and a pee break. So if you guys want to take a pee
I
break, let's do
agree.
this now.
Roll for metagame and journaling.
Metagame journals.
We
I
will
would
be
like to
back.
metagame and take.
First, I would like to know that it exists. Number one, first and
Right.
foremost.
Right.
And then I would like to steal it during the break.
I want to
I will
steal
be
it out of
back.
his hand without him knowing.
And we are back
That's
with
why
this
the
entire
Earth
group
is
of people
flat.
who all have issues.
It's actually a dodecahedron.
Okay.
All right, so what fucked up plans are you guys making? They're gonna make me write like a million storylines.
Bannock's just trying to have a chill fucking boat trip, and so we can get to goddamn Baldur's Gate.
And they're planning to get into
Thanik!
Frulomp's pants.
Thanik gets an inspiration point because he is the only one not trying to give me more work.
Hello? How am
Hold
I
on.
trying to give you
Demex gets it too because he's.
Word up.
All
I'm
right.
taking work
Danik,
off of your plate.
Cassian, and Demex get an inspiration point. Mal, Fleur, and Stevie do not.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I can hand out inspiration.
I know.
Joke's on you. I am cool and sexy, and I don't need an inspiration.
Cool and sexy. Wow. And so,
And you could sparkle.
and so modest.
The modest of all.
With
Hey,
cool, sexy
she's the only
group
one
that
that
are
she's the only
uninspired.
one that sparkles of all y'all. So you know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sparkle.
Then
Like
I-
literally
Personalities
glowing
Xanax
skin.
sparkles whenever the
Okay.
sun glints off of his plate armor, but that's a very different kind of
DMX cast prestidigitation to sparkle.
We we are definitely going to need an update on Thanik on how often he polishes this new armor because I have a feeling he's really in love with this new armor.
We're talking like rigid samurai subclass, man. Like, I got my rituals, I got my routines. I broke my routine to dance with Stevie, and for that he's
Well-
very hungry right now.
The thing about dancing, though, see, is it's graceful as calligraphy, which is as graceful as battle.
Now my armor got scuffed with some tar. I
You
have to go clean
understand
it for
why
the next 4 hours.
You understand why I chose to dance. I'm just a little peaky afterwards. That's all.
I
Okay,
just want
so
to
you guys
cast my
doing what you're
spells
doing.
at things to try and kill them. What? What's happening?
You guys are doing what you're doing. A couple hours pass. We're like at, afternoon. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They're getting ready to serve lunch at this point.
Oh shucks.
We're eating lunch and then we're going to Baldur's Gate.
It does start to drizzle a little bit.
Now
Not doesn't
they
necessarily threaten
they're already
thunderstorm
wet.
or anything like that.
the cracker.
I
Overcast.
have a thing.
You do.
Okay.
You have
I have-
nice-
I'm
you have a
glad.
thing? You have a thing?
No, I have a thing that tells me what the weather is, like all of the time.
Yes, it's drizzling. We're all aware
Drizzling.
now.
Druidcraft? Pretty sure it's
It might
Druidcraft.
might be.
No,
I
it's
remember.
not
I just remember
Druidcraft.
like very early on.
It's not Druidcraft because Stevie has that as well, and it's a spell that allows you to
Read it.
do cool stuff.
I have a thing too. Look, there's actual rain on the screen.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
yeah.
there's the ring.
Yeah, I am predicting the weather 24 hours ahead. So I told you all yesterday that it was gonna rain.
I wasn't listening, and therefore I'm surprised.
The moment that Floor shouts that it's gonna rain, you can see D rubbing his knee. Yes, I was quite certain of that actually.
Was there an arrow there once?
Your magics are very useful, but there are other ways.
Hard earned ways.
Oh,
Because he's old, guys. Never mind.
Yes, I understood.
Thanks for
I have the same thing in my back, so.
you have me in your back?
It's
What?
probably the
Yeah,
curved spine
no,
thing. What?
the prediction of poor weather.
Oh.
Her native
Yeah,
disc
but
when I was
I'm
20.
the druid.
Danak's gonna walk to
I'm
the Danak's gonna walk to the front of the ship and see if he can see Baldur's Gate.
Right.
We're only on day 2. I think it was gonna take like 3 days or whatever.
3 days.
What the fuck
Let's
ever.
fast forward to when I get to shoot my spells at people.
Yeah, Mal's kind of done everything he needs to. He's just
Yeah.
chilling out. He
We
actually
do-
does not get drunk anymore at
Oh,
this point.
here's the role player.
It's okay, Sophie. I'll roleplay with you. I will roleplay with you.
Wow.
I did want to make a plan for when we got to the city.
It's a good idea.
And
Do you
get,
guys include D in this plan, or do you
Yeah.
go away from him and how to leave him alone in the bunks again?
Are we
Well,
actually
It's
were
okay.
pull
also
everyone
I
together?
mean,
Cassian,
he kind of
so-
is the creepy old man that just joined them, so.
Why is
You
it
haven't
creepy?
earned Grandpa roll yet.
Listen,
You gotta be
they
with us
met
for at
you
least
right
one more
after-
day.
they met-
You're digging in your bag all the time, doing God knows what with God.
You've
knows
never
where.
seen him do that.
They met you after Master Roshi, so there's a little PTSD there.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Mal had a great time, so he's fine with D.
There you go. Well, I know we know why he's fine with D too.
But yeah, probably like morning of day 3.
That's not what I meant. You.
Probably morning of day 3, I would get try to get everyone and be like, so what's the plan?
Well, I think we were supposed to, like, get attached to a merchant that was traveling along with the caravan with the cult. I think?
Yes, we're
Yes.
supposed to join the cult, get amongst their ranks, and then...
Well, first, we will meet one of the Harper's contacts. We'll meet a contact, and he should get us acquainted with the cult's activities in the area. It's
Okay.
suddenly very dark.
We're definitely going to need to understand just how far the cult has made it, because if we're supposed to be, we have two problems. We have who the cult knows, and we have who Baldur's Gate does not want in their city. If the cult has
Cassian.
not arrived, then we have to figure out a way to get Cassian in safely.
I am
Nice.
both. The cult knows me, and I am not wanted in the city.
You are both. The problem is that either way, whether the cult are there or not, you're not welcome in the city.
I'm telling you, I got
For
pain.
reference sake, do remember that there are probably some cultists. The reason why you're disguising too is because there's going to be cultists that were in Greenest and the camp that may remember you guys. So
Right.
That's
and
why it's not just Cassian.
If they have not arrived in Baldur's Gate just yet, then we
Right.
don't need to disguise anyone but Cassian.
Right.
But
The only ones they
Cult
really
is there.
wouldn't know is DMX, obviously, and not even really Stevie because everybody that was in the cave, you guys kind of killed except for Fruland.
Would they know Thanax since I was
Oh.
on the cliffside with Dobby?
The
Thanax very
from Greenest,
recognizable.
from Greenest, they would have.
Yeah, you got
Cyan
your,
Wrath had an
chicken-
entire regiment behind him when you
Oh
guys
yeah, that's
fought.
right. That's right.
Would they know?
They just
Blue
don't know
Dragon
I've got my
form?
retribution.
Right.
I don't know if they would know Blue Dragon form then, because Cassian became Blue Dragon form
Like,
after
in
we
the...
started.
Yeah,
in the
that's when you guys are looking for the dragon eggs.
But also, apparently, dragon peoples aren't welcome in Baldur's
Right.
Gate.
But that's
So,
not a cult
hence-
problem. That's a Baldur's Gate problem.
Yeah, passing
Hence
through
the
Baldur's
plan
Gate.
to, like, put a covering of some sort on Cassian.
Does anybody have any way? I've seen this.
No more
I've seen this
painful.
done in the past. Does anyone have any way to magically or physically disguise Cassian so that it's less obvious that he's a dragon or dragonborn? Or
Flair will
whatever
say
it is?
painting, and
I bought the paint. We had
I
fabrics.
think
Me
y'all-
and Stevie made the plan.
I think y'all look good as, like, a pink dragon.
I am not being a pink dragon.
Do you
Well, but the
want a
problem
fucking
is that
Oh,
blue,
boy.
pink, purple, or yellow. He's not allowed in the city, so we need to
Right,
make
because
him
the
look less
dragon...
like
I
a
mean,
dragon.
I might have that
That's
problem, too.
that's what the fabrics are for. If I like mix colors and make it like somewhat skin-like, and then put a bunch of fabrics on.
So what if...
Are we gonna
Because
miss this
apparently
whole
as
colony right
as
now?
a centaur, I may also not be welcome. What if...
If I may, sorry.
What if I had, like, a horse head here and, like, fake legs to make it look like I was human riding a horse?
I mean, if you think you could,
I think we're overthinking.
trying to work out the geometry.
Lunga, just a quick question. Since Mal
Yeah.
grew up in Baldur's Gate, my understanding is they wouldn't be necessarily outlawed from the city. They'd just be, treated like shit. Am I correct in that assumption?
I prefer to not be treated
mobs-
like shit.
Mobs would form.
mobs would
Specifically, mobs would form specifically in response to what?
To a
Non-humanoids.
dragonborn.
The
No,
Dragonborn.
Is it
Mostly
not
a
so
dragon.
much
I mean,
to a dragon?
From what I've read to help create this, dragonborn specifically.
So just the dragon has to be hidden.
Yeah, their
Centaurs will
racism is
get-
targeted.
Centaurs will get shitty looks, but
They'll get
dragonborns
shitty
will
looks, right?
be-
As someone who's grown up in Baldur's Gate, we need to address the dragon in the room. That will not go smoothly.
Okay, hold on.
Stevie, you can stay
We're
next
getting
to me the
attached to
entire
a
time if you
cart,
need to.
correct?
We're going to attempt to.
So could we attempt to get a cart to meet us at the docks where I can sneak on and hide under something while we remain in Baldur's Gate?
We would have to hope that security is not too tight at the gates where they're not heavily inspecting any.
As you guys are talking, Inigo Montoya does come up and he's like, "Hi, so you guys are preparing for arrival in Baldur's Gate."
Kraken.
I do have something to give you. And he does hand you a piece of paper.
Kraken?
Like, this is the name of the contact that you will meet that Mr. Froome has arranged for you. You look at the piece of paper, and it says Akin Celeborn. Celebon. Sorry. Akin
Like
Celebon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, like I'll put it in a Discord. Listen, I could have made him Phil, just like the rest of the people in this. There's a million Phils everywhere.
We gotta have some good names in here.
But yeah, we gotta have some names here. I'll put it in the Discord though. That's the name, Akin Celebon. And he goes. He is a human trader. He operates an equipage business in the outer city, north of the city wall, in a district called Blackgate. This is where you must meet him. He sells all the material needed for long-distance freight hauling: wagons, rope, knitting, grease, chains, wheels, so on. His shop also repairs wagons. He is not directly involved in the hiring for the guards of caravans, but he knows people who are. So, that is the man you must find. Now, if the cult will be there when you get there, we do not know until we land.
The instinctual mutes.
If he is a specialist in freight, then we may be able to pack. Not that we need to try and put Cassian into a tiny box or anything, but we may be able to pack him up and obscure him close to the back of a larger container. So that
here is the problem.
Disguised as...
Baldur's Gate does not allow wagons, pack animals, horses, he kind of looks at Stevie, or even dogs into the city. The streets are narrow, steep, and slick from frequent rain, and the heavy wagons would be a menace.
So basically, we camp outside the city walls.
I mean...
And send someone in to gather intel, and only move around at night.
We still got four of us that can enter the city.
I mean, he looks he is as big as the Goliath here. If you get some robes, I'm sure in the pack that they give you, you find some heavy robes.
It's really the snout that I'm worried about, the protrusion.
Well, if it has
if we cover it
cloak.
with like
A giant, yeah, like I'm saying, all of the fabrics.
Pretend
yes,
you are,
there's nothing
monks,
remotely
or you are from a
suspicious
temple somewhere, and you're just very...
He's our mute
your head
friend
low.
that never talks or does anything ever.
In my experience, if I might add here, is when people think you're ugly, they tend to look away. So if you cover your face, they'll likely just assume that you're unattractive.
There's still the protrusion.
There are all manner of ailments that could cause a protrusion. I'm sorry.
he could be
If
just
it is-
horribly disfigured from some accident or something.
Indeed.
I mean, to put it bluntly, it's worth a shot if the collection of you think that there's a way to disguise him well enough. But if all hell breaks loose, we will be fighting both a city and a cult. So I hope you're all very much on point with what you're about to attempt.
I full on think so our point in going in the city is information gather. Is that what I'm?
Information and potentially to save the city from the cult.
From what Froome told me is you were going there to hook up with some merchants and join a caravan to follow the cult to find out where they're taking you.
And are they stop? Okay, so we don't know if they're stopping at the city or just going through it.
Based on that's true that we
Yes.
may not know that, but based on what we've seen and based on the size of the city that is Baldur's Gate, I cannot imagine there won't be trouble.
So okay, maybe I'm crazy. If we're not even immediately gonna be in the city, we're gonna be caravanning first, possibly with the cult, and so that hiding the guy there will be easy. Okay, paint, it's gonna happen. And like a bunch of the fabrics, like it will hide them in the back. It'll work. But once we get to the city, what if the people that can't go in the city just don't go in the city?
I think we're going to the city to meet up with the wagon to go with the cult.
Right. She makes a good point, though, because if we can meet up with the wagon without you and bring it outside of the city...
That's... Okay, are the docks for... Does anyone know if the docks for Baldur's Gate are inside the city or outside the city?
Come with me to the wardroom. I have some maps, and I will show you.
Wouldn't Mal know?
Wunderbar.
Yeah, Mal would have an idea. Maybe.
Yeah,
Because if the docks
I'll give it a visual, so at least, you know.
If the docks are
Everyone else.
outside the city, we can walk around the city potentially to go to this black wherever its area they mentioned where our contact would be, and get the crates and the wagon and find someone with the cult without ever having to actually enter the physical city.
I do want to enter the city just for a
Okay,
little while.
so you
don't
come
have-
into the wardroom, and he pulls out a map, and he puts it out on a table. Puts some.
They are indeed all inside the city.
It appears we've made it. Keep your heads
showing you
down,
a map.
everyone. Oh.
He's showing you a map.
Oh, sorry.
But we'll be getting there. So yes.
Yes, the Hall of Wonders. I vaguely remember that place.
So he points on the map to you, and he's like, "We will be docking around
Some
here."
arrows.
I'm highlighting on the map there where
Okay.
it's at.
I don't.
So those are the
I can't
docks
see
we will
shit.
be arriving.
Oh,
The upper city I would stay away from. The upper city is much of the richer people and higher ups. So
bastards.
stay in the lower city. as
Well,
much as you can.
where is the caravan gonna be heading out from?
So
The black.
if we go out at
That
Cliffgate
I do not know for
here-
certain, but they will definitely be crossing Worm's Crossing. That is the only bridge across the river. So they will be crossing that as you see that road careens around Dusk Hawk Hill, and they will be definitely coming into the city to hire for wagons.
So
their
what
caravan.
we could do when we get off the boat is go out Cliff Gate
Oh.
and walk around the outside to the Black Gate, which is where we
That's
get
what I would
our
suggest. Blackgate
stuff.
is all the way in the northwest corner.
Such a long walk.
Yes,
It's a big
miss,
city.
I can transform into anything and get there quicker.
Well, you could walk around and I could just walk through the city.
You could.
I know a couple
Meet
back
me
alleys. We can
outside
take
the
this, stay on
wall
site.
by myself.
And remember, no one call me Mal when we're in there.
Who?
What was
Okay,
the other name you wanted us to
Felden.
call it? What?
Felden.
Felden?
Felden.
What if I
Felden.
call you Louie?
I'm just gonna stick with Sweetie because I
I'm
will not
gonna
remember
do
that.
I'm not gonna
Okay,
remember
Mom.
that.
You're just gonna be a drunkard bastard.
I haven't drank all week.
Well,
It's been 2
it's been
days.
like
Don't
2 days.
lie.
It's felt like a week.
Probably.
Don't lie, Sweetie.
Okay, is that Felden or Felden?
I
Felden.
think it was. I think it was.
F-E-L-D-I-N.
I'm gonna need you to type that out for me, but
Give me a
More
second. I'm
like
throwing it.
same.
Do. So, when we get to the city, we'll have a couple who don't go in the city for fear of death, and then I can go in, meet up with his contact.
And I
Anyone
will
who
say
wants
this
to go
too,
with
yes.
them.
Mal, being from Baldur's Gate and spending many years there, and, you know, being an orphan and running around through the city causing havoc, he would know back alleys and ways around to stay out of the eye as much as possible. So he would have a path and would know how to get there. You wouldn't have to ask directions or anything. He would know how to get to from where the dock is. He would know how to get to Blackgate from there.
If we can come up with an effective disguise, then
no. I think we've gone with the plan with the people who the city don't like. Simply just walk the outer gate to get to the black gate.
Yes.
and the others walk
there
through.
still needs to be disguise because all of these docks are within the city walls. So there
Fabric.
will have to be something to get through.
Yes.
I'm not saying that we have not had disguise ideas. I'm just
Okay.
saying that we will still need to go
Regardless,
through
if you
accurate travel.
send Stevie and I alone on the outside of the walls, there's nothing to say a mob out there won't form.
Yeah,
Bring
I
back
mean,
weapons.
I'll probably be fine from what I've heard. They may look at me funny, but they won't actually start a mob. We should definitely cover your entire face.
Yeah,
We should do a 50-50 split.
You can cover
3 to 1,
me,
3 to the other.
but you will not paint me.
We don't
I
need
don't
to
know why
paint
you're
you,
so
just
fucking
cover-
against
just
that.
cover.
It's like you wanna die.
I just take pride in how
I will go with the 2 outcasts and keep them safe. If you 3, or if you 2 really, along with DMX, want to go through the city and find your way that way, then that's perfectly fine. You may make it there before we do. So long as we have some kind of rendezvous point, then I'll stay with them.
The rendezvous point is the Black Gate, right?
Yes, but that is a very large area.
Yeah.
The that tallest
Inigo
building in Black-
looks up at you guys and he points to the map again. He's like, your best bet if you're trying to go outside the gate. Once you land at a dock, make your way through Brampton and the Bustling Gate going into Stony Eyes. You can exit the walls there. Stony Eyes, they may not give you too much of a look. The city is made up mostly of half-orcs.
And that
That
will
part
keep us out of the
city.
way of
That
the
district.
mountain.
Yes. Now, if you walk around the north wall towards the outer city, it is pretty much deserted, but it is also deserted. There's nothing there. It is rough terrain. You can traverse it, but there's no roads, and it's just rough terrain until you get to the outskirts of Blackgate.
If we feel safest keeping those that are not welcome outside of the gates, then again, we will disguise them. We will head out of the Basilisk Gate, and I will stay with them until we can meet up in
Or we
Blackgate.
can just cover.
Shouldn't take us too long.
Cassian's face.
We're covering my
Does-
face regardless.
Does anyone really need? Does anyone have any business in the city? As if not, then why would we split at all?
Well, I do have a pit stop I need to make. I need to
And-
visit.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Malemos, you need to visit.
Yep, I need to visit Vadu.
I also
Oh, the
wanna do a few
the
things.
orphanage you grew up in was in this area.
I'm pretty sure I made that quite clear after he brought it up.
I actually may have been a little distracted at that point.
Or charmed.
Or yeah, I don't remember.
It was a good time.
accurately.
Anyway, but yes, I wish to
Um,
visit the orphanage before we leave.
I may need to also talk to them about the way they treated you, but we'll
No, it's going to be a quick 5-minute thing. Okay, so we got Team Infiltrate and cause some bullshit, and Team Stay the fuck out of sight. Anything else we need to amend on this?
The
I mean,
last
I don't
thing I
think
will
I don't.
tell you is if the cult is not there when we arrive, you will have to keep a lookout for them. They will be arriving over Worms Crossing, but they will definitely be heading to Blackgate to purchase wagons because the road north from Baldur's Gate is a very dangerous, treacherous road, and caravans travel usually together. So they will most likely be traveling with another caravan, all in a group, and will be stopping in Blackgate for the same reason you will. To be hiring or be hired with the other merchants and mercenaries and wagons for the trip north.
That is a long journey, though. And a horde does not move very quickly. So, potentially, if we are not needed to secure whatever sort of agreement that needs to be made with Akin, then perhaps we could keep a lookout on the bridge.
So essentially, 3 of us meet up with the thing, get everything railed. God, cannot talk. Arranged.
A rail.
You keep post. The only issue we could run into is if all of a sudden the cult, you make note of them, we're quite a ways away from each other at that point. And I can only go about 120 feet with communication.
I can go up to quite the distance and speak to one person for a small amount of time.
I can just put a warning light in the sky if something bad happens.
Yeah, roughly by looking at the scale at the bottom, from Blackgate to looking at Worm's Crossing is about 2 miles.
There are stables outside of the Basilisk Gate. We can effectively make it outside the gate, then I can keep watch, or we can keep watch, and I can just ride horse back to you. That would be the quickest way if we're going to keep watch on anything. If we all just need to meet up at Blackgate and then come what may, then that's a different story entirely.
I don't even think we need to necessarily separate.
Well, Mal needs to do a stop in the city. I am not welcome in the city. And Fleur says
If we cover your face, it's fine.
He's gonna get murdered.
It is true that most people do try to mind their business, so if you cover your face, you'll probably be fine.
My face will be covered.
Won't?
I'll stay about 10
Will.
paces ahead of everyone
You're
to keep a
refusing
lookout.
to cover your face?
I said will.
Oh, sorry.
All right,
I'm
fine. We have
You're
discussed
a
this.
little
We've
angry
discussed
right now.
this enough. We've discussed this enough. Cassian, you'll cover your face and make maybe a little bit of paint, just a tiny bit, and we will traverse through the city.
Just around the ends.
I will
What
look
if
down the entire time and have
What if?
everything on the
Can I
traverse
paint
through
your?
the
Can I paint your hands?
No, my hands will be in fabric like this, so they won't see anything.
Paint his shoes just slightly, and that way everybody gets what they want. We stay in the city. We stay together, which is smart.
You can paint my shoes, but don't put flowers on them.
What if they're dying flowers?
To Baldur's Gate.
Let's go.
You're gonna find paint on your shoes one day, and I will not be telling you what it is until it happens.
That's fine.
That's Sophie to Oscar. That's not even Fleur.
Fade to black.
The Baldur's Gate for
All right.
bullshit.
So we get to the next day, and you guys are making your way
Star
up the
Wars
river.
circle wipe.
You guys are making your way up the river, and you are flowing under Worm's Rock, coming up the river, and you see the majestic city of Baldur's Gate on the horizon.
Whoa.
But yeah, so you see it there. You see the big Dusthawk Hill, which is there on the western edge of the city as you pass it by, and scattered towns here and there, or scattered districts here and there before you get close to the city. And you can see already just from like when you pass Twin Songs and Tumbletown, it's hustle and bustle. It is a big city. There's a lot of stuff going on there as you are watching it and making your way in. So then you get closer to the city, and you pull up to the docks. Just those other docks right there. And you're all getting ready to depart. Disembark, I should say.
Cover him up nice and pretty.
I'm just gonna start like mumming,
Stevie's helping. Like, yeah.
mummy, going mummy, grabbing like the biggest robe, maybe like making it bigger with like a second robe.
Pulling out the scarf that I grabbed previously
Yes.
from the
Like we mannequined this earlier, and now we're just like putting it on him.
yeah. we practiced this.
Been practicing all morning.
Okay, so we have a mummified dragonborn, a horse lady, old guy, half elf, big guy.
Where are we supposed to be meeting our contact? At the Blackgate or?
It is within Blackgate.
Yes, within Blackgate, and We can do some investigating around, but first things first, we should cut our way through the city, make a quick detour. I gotta make a pit stop, get there as fast as possible. Don't linger too long in Baldur's Gate. Never a good idea.
Malemos, are you going back to the orphanage?
It's a quick 5-minute stop. I need to drop something off and ask a question.
I think I will travel with you, if you don't mind.
I'm also coming.
Yeah, anyone who wants to come can come with.
I think we
He's
already
definitely
made our
going.
If this disguise is as successful as you all believe it to be, then there's no reason we can't.
I don't think it's that successful.
I have no faith in that. Keep him away from me.
Isn't it your idea, Flora?
I wanted to paint him, and he said no.
When you all detour, Cassie and I can stay behind, and you can come meet us up where you left us, and we'll continue on.
Is that really the best decision, do you think, Thanik?
No, but unfortunately,
Outside the city.
if Mal has something that he needs to do and does not want any danger around him so that he can do it, then I will keep the danger around me, for I'm not very worried about it.
Okay, you stay with
I'll be
that.
completely honest, it's on the way if we go my way.
Oh, we're going your way.
Yes, you're quite big, so
You
keep your
can just
shoulders in
stay
the
like 50 feet back. Like we're all going the same way.
You keep an eye on that one. I'll keep an eye on these two. Okay.
I don't fully understand why we lost that going outside the city.
Mal starts walking as
We're
these
walking.
guys
We're
discuss.
walking. We're
Yes,
off the boat.
indeed.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna.
Just old. That's all.
So Mal takes point, leading them through back alleys. You know, the shadiest way they probably could have gone, but it works.
Use my inspiration die to make sure it goes swimmingly.
Are we
As you're walking through the city, you see Dee starts to get a little woozy every few steps. He appears to be just disoriented, looking around the city.
You
A
good, old
face
man?
of mild, almost fleeting recognition. Yes, thank you. Just lots of history here.
She's gonna like slowly pat him on the shoulder and be like, "Please don't die here."
Stop hitting me! I can't. I'm very frail.
I have a -1 strength.
Yes, I'm very, very frail.
0 damage is actually 3 damage.
-1 is 2. So as we're walking, Mal is keeping a close eye to residents, making sure no one's paying too close attention.
I'm like full on like eyeing.
Yeah,
every
I would
single
say
person.
for sure, like, I don't know about everybody else, but like, are we stealthing at this point? And also, Thanak is fucking eyes open, high alert.
Mal's trying to do like the Assassin's Creed style, blending into crowds.
Stevie is
I'll
keeping
say
an eye
what you
on.
notice right now walking through the streets. Like I said, it's a hustle and bustle. Think like downtown big city. Most people are like talking to someone with them or looking down, or they're not paying
Not
they're
paying
just,
attention to
you know,
anyone else other than themselves.
right.
We don't like Dragonborns here, but we're not going to look very hard for them either.
Well, they're pretty easy to spot if they're in the open. Doesn't corner your eye, you know, it's a kind of a easy thing to notice.
If I get the sense that we're stealthing, I'll cast Path Without a Trace. But if we're just like going as fast as we can,
We're just
then
trying to
it's fine.
blend in, is what
Which
I
means
guess.
hustle and bustle,
Sometimes
which
that's
means
a
no stealth, I
stealth
think.
check, though.
It would look bad. It would look worse if we tried to stealth. Just match pace.
Right, if we were trying to be stealthy, it would look suspicious.
Take
I
it
mean,
away,
I would say
salesman.
this, as a DM, I'll allow a stealth check to blend in, like you're trying to appear just part of the city, so you can use a stealth check as rather
like a
than
group
hiding.
stealth?
Yeah,
It
When-
is pass without trace visible.
Yeah. No. It's like a. I mean, technically, but the whole
So
point of
many
it is
faces.
to make, like, technically it's visible, but the whole point of it is to hide.
Hide tracks and things. think people.
I mean,
walking
it's a
through the
veil
city
of
with
shadows and silence. So I
Right,
mean, if you
that's-
stick to like the sides of the roads or this or that areas, you know.
Mal's
the-
bringing them through. Mal's bringing them through alleys. So
Yeah.
Do that shit.
All right,
Cool.
let's
I
rock
would
and
be
roll.
casting Pass Without a Trace.
Watch me roll a 10.
and
Right.
before we do it, I do want to use enhance ability on Bannock to give them advantage on dexterity checks.
That wouldn't have helped. My first roll to cancel out my disadvantage was a 5.
So it's at least a 15.
So it's a no, it's a 5 minus 1 for 4, so a 14.
I got a 29 stealth.
Yeah, same, because
Okay.
19 plus 10 for the pass without trace is plus 10, right?
Yep.
Let me, let me
Yes,
roll.
ma'am.
Oh,
24.
I'm fucking set. 32.
Fleur disappeared. She entered your campaign.
That with Nature's Mantle, I'm out of here. No one fucking sees me.
19.
Was that everybody? 19? Is that with the plus 10?
How in the fuck did I? No, never mind. Me and Mal were the same.
Yeah. So group stealth check is fine. You
People
guys
bumping into
blend in. No one's
Old.
really noticing you. I mean, there's some close calls. Like I said, people bumping into you and they kind of look up real quick, but then they pay no mind and continue on, look down again, and keep going. So, you guys make it to Heapside. Fine, following Mal's directions.
By the way, you're gonna hate this place, so don't talk to the orphans. They pickpockets. Yeah, don't lose shit.
I will punt a kid if he tries to touch my pockets.
God damn.
You may try. I
No offense, it's happened to me a couple times.
you can't say that shit on the inhale, Sophie.
I've never heard Fleur say she's gonna punt kick anyone. That just came out of nowhere.
If you need,
I am
assistance,
very
and a
if you
kid.
need assistance with your form, I can show you.
Flora's very intense morals.
Man, Fleur does not like people touching her money. Good to know. So, I assume we make it to the orphanage at this point?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go inside for a minute. You guys can wait here. If you want to follow, I don't care.
I'm following.
And Mal's just gonna
Stevie's
start
following.
walking inside.
Steve's following.
Instantly.
And Floor.
I'm gonna stay outside and protect the old man and the not dragon.
Oh,
Not right.
the old man appears to have entered a state of catatonic shock.
Oh no!
He's frozen, staring up at the sign that says Vadu Orphanage, that I assume the D is like swinging off of, hanging down
Oh, yeah, this
beneath
place
it,
is a
and
shithole.
appears to like just be completely lost in something. Yeah, no idea what's going on.
Are you able to stand, sir? That's
Oh,
very
what?
reassuring.
Yes, no, it's just so many things have happened here, and it's hard to keep it all. It's just old age, I guess, is what some would call it.
Old
Forgive
age
me.
is some Voodoo bullshit, making your eyes flash. Like that.
So I assume we make our way into the orphanage, open the doors. Mal hates everything about this, but he's got two things on his mind.
I'm watching every single kid.
Yeah, Stevie is paying so much attention.
As you guys walk in, you see
There's
this
so much metagaming.
woman.
I'm
And you guys walk in-
observant.
Uh-huh.
This
Stevie,
woman-
Stevie is looking for anything that's gonna like trigger Mal. 'Cause
I'm
she's
quite
fine.
literally just observant.
in an obnoxiously pink
Oh shit.
dress suit walks up.
Mhm.
Her
It's
hair is like in
Umbridge.
a tight hair.
Oh, this bitch!
I hear you loud and clear.
Can you
Yep.
let me say it first at least? Just because you
All you
love
have to
Harry
do-
Potter.
all you have to do is say
yellow.
obnoxiously pink, and we fucking know. You're in a room full of fucking nerds.
And she walks up and
What you
she's
talking to?
like,
What you gotta do?
"My name is Dolores Umbridge." I know.
Who the fuck you talking? Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Does her
You
face
can't
kind
make
of
a
look
reference.
frog-like?
Hold on.
Y'all know who it is at this point. I don't have to
Like
describe
that.
it. What is your business in the orphanage? Can I help you?
Yellow. What house are you?
What? Ravenclaw, bitch.
You know Ravenclaw, obviously.
Ravenclaw, bitch. What? What are you? Who the fuck are you?
Holding my
Yeah.
staff.
Pop up book, bitch. What?
As soon as this bitch walks up to me, do I recognize her?
I would say
Or
yeah.
is this
she's
one
older,
of the
so
new
she's-
ladies?
No, she's older. She's like in her
Okay.
mid-50s or so she's been there at least the last 20
Okay,
years.
so I recognize her as being that bitch. Cool.
Yeah,
that bitch.
but I would say when you were there, she wasn't like in control of the whole place. She was just one of the caretakers. I mean, I don't know what a hierarchy is in an orphanage. Disciplinarian.
There we go.
She was the
Yeah.
disciplinarian.
The one with the ruler, we'll call her.
Yes.
Nurse Ratchet.
But now she appears to be like headmistress of the orphanage.
Hello there, miss. Your name?
Umbridge. Dolores Umbridge.
Umbridge. Oh, I remember you.
Wow.
That's not important. Quick question. Do you have any tieflings around? Any orphan tieflings?
She looks at you like almost like she could recognize you, but then like shakes her head like it goes right out of her head. Do we have tieflings? I mean, there's plenty of children here that have lost parents. Why?
I'm not adopted anything. It's just something I need to do for someone.
Anything.
Are you looking to adopt one of these children?
No, I'm here to
Just say
give
no.
them some advice.
Advice? We have
Advice.
people that work here for that.
I've been here. I know it's quite shit.
Oh,
shit.
you have. Well, it looks like
Don't
we
you
did
remember-
our job. You look like you're in good shape, aren't you?
Yeah, and then you just see
Stevie-
Mal pull up his shirt, and there's just a big scar across his face. Yes,
It
you
is
did.
definitely not our fault if you're clumsy.
Stevie
Good
is glaring daggers at this bitch.
I'm 5
Stevie?
seconds away from using the command to wake up my snake staff and throwing hands.
Stevie is glaring daggers at this bitch, just like
Okay. She's noticing the tension in the room.
Just like
she-
Mal
she-
and like the two women next to him, like I will fucking kill you.
She snaps
Anyway,
her
I
fingers,
don't want this to be hostile.
and you see two large half orcs, orderlies, come up flanker behind her.
No, I'm just simply trying to meet up with someone, and I happen to be passing through town. I like to stop and donate to the children who of a similar upbringing of myself. That's all I'm wishing to do.
Well, there is a donation box right there if you wish to leave something. If you wish to adopt a child, we can show you the children. Other than that, you can have your way. The door's right there.
You know what? I would love to look at the children to size them up for adoption, but
What
something else
the
I
fuck
wish.
are y'all talking?
Persuasion check, Mel.
I'm down.
Guidance.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I need it, but I'm gonna add it anyways. What's that? A D4 to a 22.
Okay. She looks at you, squints her eyes. She's like, all right, I suppose. Children!
Oh
Snaps
no.
her fingers.
This bitch. Oh god.
You just triggered a fucking twitch in my eye, buddy.
I mean, it is all over the internet how there's only one thing in the world that everybody can agree on. Is that Dolores
that
Umbridge is a fucking bitch.
awful.
Oh, also that Hermione should've been
Because I mean, I love that
different.
it's like she's the evil that people experience every day, rather
Yes.
than like the huge evil that Voldemort is.
Right. So you see these little kids in raggedy clothes come out dirty. There's about 8 of them that are in the orphanage right now. And you see 2 human children, a boy and a girl. You see a couple half-elven children, 2 girls. There is a tiefling, a little boy tiefling, and then the rest are human as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say they're all between the ages. They range between the ages of 5 to 12.
I got something really simple here. Mel's just gonna walk by each one of them, Not trying to pay too much attention to the tiefling. Just go walk by the humans. Too short, too scrawny. Just like saying something to, like just insulting all of them. We get to the tiefling. He's gonna be like, no. And then, but I'm gonna try and sleight of hand that gem I kept. Because if you remember, there's 12 gemstones. I only handed him 11. I'm gonna try and sleight of hand that to the kid, just in his pocket.
Fucking
Okay.
For the good of all things fucking holy, roll high.
Go ahead.
Sleight of hand. Good news, it's bad. It's a 7.
I'm
Clunk, dun, dun, dun.
All right, so you're talking and you try to bring it out. Your hand's a little shaky because you remember this bitch, and it's all kind of coming back to you.
Stevie, like Druidcraft, makes flowers to try and distract her to give him advantage.
Oh, he already rolled. Notice how quickly Fleur goes, guidance, before it even happens.
Fucking fine.
If I see this bitch turning around, I'm gonna hit her on the head.
And he tries to slide it in, and Umbridge sees it, and she instantly pulls out she has a yardstick behind her back, and she slaps Mel in the hand with it, and the gem falls to the ground.
If I see her like being like, I'm gonna go.
I mean, after she hits him, yeah, you can try to hit her.
I'm gonna do it back. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, apparently I have to pull up some half
a whole sentence.
No, don't worry.
What is she going to do?
Don't worry. It's a 1d4 minus 1.
Oh, she's gonna punch her.
It doesn't do damage.
It might.
I should have came by myself.
It's definitely not about the damage. That's not the issue here. We're talking about it's you attack the headmistress.
If I distract her, though, he can still get the gem to. I can run. I can
Fleur's like, fuck
run.
that kid. Get the gem back, buddy.
No.
Well, no,
No,
get
she
the
wants the
gem
kid to have
the
it.
kid.
Yeah, she wants to get in.
Yeah.
Even. Oh man.
Do I roll damage?
Yeah. 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
Well, while you level those up, I have to pee.
Oh, it's a 1d6 minus 1. I apologize.
Outside,
go ahead,
Thanik and Cassian, I guess, is outside. They're gonna hear D say, "It was me." Sorry.
All right, so you go ahead and roll to hit. You said what'd you roll?
Yellow or you, Mal's dad.
To hit?
Oh shit!
7.
She has like a low AC. Her AC is like fucking 10.
Yeah, you guys fucking like me on D&D Beyond. Whenever
All right, so
I
you
want
go to hit
anything,
her,
D&D Beyond is like.
and this
You're the role
bitch, she smacks Mal in the hand, sees your staff coming at it, and parries it with the ruler.
Seeing that, Stevie will bop her in the fucking face.
What is happening?
I was ready to fight this bitch the second I saw her.
As that happens, before Stevie does anything, as it happens, the two half orcs pull up in front of Dolores. You kind of see her peeking. She's like hip high to them, and she's like peeking between their hips.
How tall are the half orcs?
The half orcs are about I'm gonna say almost 7 feet tall.
All right, so
6'9",
Stevie is
6'10".
slightly like a foot shorter than them. She pulls herself up, and you don't want to do that. I will fucking fight you.
Okay, everyone, let's calm this down a little bit. Mal's actually like standing up. He's not paying attention to the gemstone that fell anymore. Okay, everyone, let's calm this down a little bit. We don't have to get ill up in arms about me trying to give a little gemstone to a kid.
What gemstone?
To help. Shut up.
There was no
What
gemstone.
What
There
gemstone?
was nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She just smacked your hand for no reason.
Where are you all?
Literally lit up unconscious.
Where are you all positioned? I'm going to say Mal was to the right of Dolores, and she went like this. Are you guys all in front of her and the half orcs?
What I imagine happened was that like we all walked in the door. It was like Mal and then like Stevie and I, and then Mal did like this, and so we're probably still like by the door. I don't know where, but I'm still probably.
Well, I mean, in relation to her and your half orcs.
I assume it's kind of like a semicircle around her with like
Okay.
Mal. So like line of orphans, Mal, Umbridge, and then like Floor, Stevie, and then like half orcs
DMX,
shot in between.
you're there too, aren't you?
Outside.
No, he's outside.
You're outside. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, continue.
Thanic and Cassian.
Okay.
If those goddamn half orcs make even
So,
a
yeah.
little bit of commotion, though.
And D had just said it was me out loud, and then was catatonic. Why is that the?
So, I apologize for my friend hitting your head. She is my counselor. I've been going through some drinking issues. We're doing a good deed today. So, we came back to an area that, I'll be honest, I didn't have the greatest experience here. I apologize for any inconvenience this has. Let us leave. All I ask is here's 20 gold for the inconvenience, and I hand that to the Dolores.
The orcs take it, and then she bends down and picks up the gem, and she's looking at you, walks over to the collection box, and just drops it in the collection box.
To each their own. On a second note, if it is not too far past your generosity as a person I see, for a donation box like that, I do request some information about a name that was given to me about my upbringing. Would you accept another donation for some information?
If your friends back up towards the door.
Please leave. And I'm just
I
gonna look
will
at them
back
too.
up to the fucking door. I'm not leaving.
Stevie will back up as well, but she is not happy about it. She wants to fight this bitch.
I'm 5
She
seconds
kind of
away
has a
from doing something
shit-eating
real
grin on her
stupid.
face, by the way. The typical Dolores Umbridge smirk. Yeah, exactly. And made that sound. Yes, exactly.
This is Stevie's face right now.
Easiest
Anyway,
way to make someone the most hated NPC in the game is just call her Dolores
Yep.
Umbridge.
It works.
It works. It works.
I
Go
have a
ahead.
name, that's all I have. I have a name, that's all I
Okay.
have. The name Delfonte.
You see her eyes like go wide, and her head snaps to you, and she goes, "I know nothing about that name. You can leave now. Thank you."
Oh, really?
Insight check.
Yeah, just obviously lying.
Insight check. I don't give a shit. I want to know. I want
Is
to
she
know
lying
more.
a little bit or a lot?
I don't care. I want.
Can I give it?
insight.
Can I give advantage to her? Like,
And also guidance.
Yeah, that bitch is definitely lying.
Oh, I forgot to roll. Okay. Well, okay. I'll do it.
Oh my
again.
God, your rolls are horrible tonight.
Okay. That's better.
22.
Wait for it. I also rolled with guidance.
Hmm?
Make that 25.
Oh shit!
25. Okay. This bitch lying. You know
There we go.
100%. She is definitely knows something and doesn't want to talk about it.
Hold on.
Is she afraid?
Yeah, like what else is what's her move?
She doesn't. No, she doesn't look afraid.
Mhm.
She defiant, almost like
Okay.
Like she's protecting someone.
like almost annoyed that this rabble would like mention that name and ask her about it.
Well, I simply apologize. I did not mean any harm. You know, I'd expect a lady such as you to know the ins and outs, maybe that name like that, and I'm gonna use unsettling words on her. Using the Bardic Inspiration die. It's just, you know, you're so lovely, and then charm person.
Hitting her with all the shit. I love it.
If I was next.
I
Okay,
feel like the
I'm
orcs would
trying to
see you
find-
casting a spell.
So it is a verbal
Yeah.
semantic, so if you want me to roll sleight of hand, I will attempt that.
Right. Well, yeah, I'll get to that. In a second. So, unsettling word. What is that? Because I don't even know what that is.
So it's a
I'm
bonus
trying to find
action.
it on your sheet.
I use a Bardic
Oh, okay,
Inspiration
gotcha.
die. I roll that, and on her next saving throw, she subtracts that number
Okay.
from her roll.
Okay. So you're trying to downplay her
Yep.
her saving throw. Okay. So
That
I
is
have to
right.
pull up something.
Let's see. I'm burning a spell slot quick. There we go.
I didn't make a character sheet for her, so I have to like pull up something real quick.
Improv.
Yep.
And whatever it is, you subtract a 5.
Okay, there we go. Alright, so we'll use that for her.
5 seconds away from doing something really fucking stupid.
That up. Okay, and what is the saving throw? Wisdom?
Yep, it's a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 14, but whatever you roll, you gotta subtract 5.
18, so 13.
Whoo, she is charmed by Mal.
Fuck yes, dude.
I
the
can do
only
one
time
thing, and I do
Stevie
that very
will
well.
approve of this.
And you see her face, her lip is like twitching, like she's fighting this. And it's
I'm sorry to impose, I just assumed you'd know something about Delphonte that you could possibly share, he's a lead to my family, I just really trying to figure out who I am in life. You can understand that, trying to guide these youth.
Aren't you such a charming young man? Of course, who doesn't know the Delfontaines? They're one of the more prominent family in Baldur's Gate.
How prominent,
How prominent? Very. They're one of the highest nobles in the upper city. Shame that Mr. Delfontaine passed a few years ago. But Miss Fontaine still lives in their manor house.
Does she now? How long ago did Mr. Delfontaine pass away? I'm sorry, I'm not caught up on things here.
Not that long ago. It seemed like maybe 2 years ago he passed away.
Oh, much recent. Anything that, any rumors about them? I'd hate to think that they're the ones who left me. They're such a prominent family. Plus, Tiefling, I'm not sure how that works.
What do you mean by rumors?
Oh, growing up, I always heard people talking about a noble who left me.
Well,
in fact,
I know that Delfontaines had a tragedy. They lost a child.
Ah, did they? And how long ago was that, do you think?
Oh, 20 years ago or so.
20? Ah, that's oddly coincidental. This is great information. Thank you so much for your time. Obviously take the donations to the kids, but could you do me a favor? That boy over there, he just seems like he's so hard as luck. Could you make sure he gets that gemstone?
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, and a hug for old time's sake.
You see, her face is a struggle, and her lip is twitching like fiercely. And she's like, anything, of course. And she gives you a hug and a pat like this. She's hugging you.
What are the orcs doing?
But for real,
They're
though.
just very confused. They're like,
Are they where are they right now?
they're just standing off to the side, just watching it. I mean, you don't even do a check for this. You can look at them. This is a job. They just work there, and they just want to work and then go home. And
Are they watching
this bitch?
me?
They don't like this bitch any more than you do, but she pays them. So,
Perfect. Thank you so much. Oh, and where could I find the Delfontaine household? I'd love to pay my condolences.
Of course, it's in the upper city.
Near Managate.
Near Manor. Oh, you've been so helpful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure these kids all find wonderful homes.
Of course.
And Mal just struts his shit right the fuck out of there.
Okay, wait. Well, in the middle of that conversation, when like while they were doing that, if I noticed the orcs were just kind of like, I'm gonna try to walk up to the kids, see if they stop me. I'm like just nonchalant.
Yeah, I mean, they just do whatever she says. She seems perfectly fine with you guys right now.
I'm gonna find the coolest fucking the kid that's definitely gonna be a punk when he's older, like the coolest looking kid, and I'm gonna give him a small knife.
Wow.
What are the strict morals again that Fleur has? I just want to know exactly where.
I have intense morals. Moral number 1: fight the fucking system, bro.
Yeah, number 1 at the top.
Okay, so the most roguish looking kid there is this dark-haired one of the dark-haired half elf girls.
He has like hair like this.
The girls, one of the girls. So she has long dark hair, and you know, one of it's hanging over one eye. You know, yeah, like that. Exactly, like that. Yeah. The other eye is kind of smoldering. Like if she could, she would kill every single person in that room.
I may have been emo in a past life.
I'm just gonna like
fuck off.
Take this knife. Find the right moment, get out of here. If you end up stabbing that bitch, good on you.
She takes a knife from her, and you just see the one side of her mouth just curls up in a smile.
Stevie sees this and
that's more
as she
terrifying
takes it
than
from
any
you,
fucking battle we've been in.
As she takes it,
you just
so this girl's
the big bad.
This girl's about 10. Okay, she's about 10. She takes the knife from you, right?
Next session.
And as she takes it, she gives it a twirl, and it like disappears.
It's a butterfly knife. You give her a butterfly knife?
No, thank you.
Only steal from people who deserve it. Like
she's gonna come and
Can
murder Mal for not giving her the gem. God.
Can I metagame roll to retcon? Is there like what do I have to roll
to be in there?
Can we just save this?
Gonna take that small knife out of my inventory.
Knife by 10, dead by 15.
Just wait till the next campaign, guys.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh shit.
Sophie's next character.
So Dobby stayed outside, and
he's. Oh wait, Dobby stayed outside.
He stayed outside with
me.
with Demix and yes, with Danik. He stayed outside, and he's been listening. He's been kind of by the door, just kind of like listen, and he's giving you guys all. He's doing that play-by-play, like
this. Oh my god! She slapped Mel's hand. Oh, the gem fell. Oh, Fleur tried to hit him. Oh, she missed.
So he's like giving you the play-by-play of everything that's happening.
Does he mention? Does he say? Does Dobby mention
everything,
that
everything that's happened, play-by-play?
So when Dobby says Delfontaine, D is gonna pull Thanek's arm and say, "No matter what happens, we cannot let Mal go to that house. We cannot let it happen. It would be to his demise." And he faints.
You obviously there's no issue here because I saw 3 people walk into a house and then a guy go fucking catatonic. So that's the only thing of my fucking focus right now. So when you faint, you don't really faint. You just go into a big fucking hand.
And by the way, Dobby is completely unaware, and he keeps just giving the play-by-play as Demix is just falling down.
I don't know what's happening with you. I don't know what's happening with you, old man, but seems like a conversation we need to have very soon after you, I suppose. Wake up.
Your mouth's dead.
Emphasis on wake up.
Fleur gave a kid a knife.
Your mouth's dead.
Fleur did what?
Called it. Your mouth's dead.
She gave a kid a knife.
I'd use her last name, but I don't even know what it is.
I imagine Dobby shouts, "She gave a kid a knife," and then it dropped the.
She did what? When I specifically asked her not to arm children?
Daddy is about to. Don't make me pull this car over.
She's so grounded to this goddamn caravan. I swear to God.
No. You told her not to hunt children. You did not tell her not to arm.
No, they're very different.
Those are very different things.
It is quite different. Yes.
Don't interact with children at all. 150 feet away from a school zone.
DMX is Mal's dad. I'm calling it right fucking now.
Oh, so he's granddaddy.
No, he's Mal's dad.
That dude's got goddamn game at
that might put some of my
DMX
plans
is pops.
No, for sure. No longer daddy. I've gone to dad only.
Well, I done told you about running around here charming these old women.
I hope not. I sure
I'd tell you one more damn time to not leave this house when I say so.
He's slapping Tannic in the back of the head. What the fool? Would you not take care of these kids?
Go out there and take care of them goddamn kids.
Well, we wouldn't have had to if you would have taken care of them.
Fucking Mickey walks out and it's like, I trusted you. I trusted you.
Once again,
we now know when Thanic gets mad, he becomes a southern hillbilly.
I think that's just stealing.
That southern accent is hella contagious. The southern accent is contagious. That's why Stevie has a southern accent, because Coco had a southern accent.
Oh my god, that was glorious. The only thing I ask is, as we're leaving, Mal wants to cast message, the cantrip, to that tiefling, just saying, "Don't fuck this up. Use that shit. Get out."
I'm gonna thumbs
Message
up
received.
to the little girl.
Changing kids' lives, one for the better, one who knows.
Before they
she'll
come
have a
out,
life. That's
There
for
must
sure.
always be balance.
before they come out, Cassian's gonna try to wake up DMX. Or DMX, however you fully.
Well, he can't even fuss at you about.
Are you guys
your
walking out the
because he
orphanage?
fainted.
Yeah, Mal would be leaving at this point. He's gonna try and
Okay.
use that message on the way out.
Give me a perception check, Stevie, Fleur, and Mel, as you guys are walking.
Guidance.
Yo, perception?
The moment
It's not as big a deal as you think, but go ahead.
Wow. You had the ball, guys, and you fucking dropped it.
15.
We got a 7.
Okay, that's fine. Mel.
I had a 9.
15.
Well, I'm putting it all together kind of as a group perception, so that's fine. It's just me and my pop culture references. I just got to do it. So as you're all leaving, you hear the tiefling kid walk over to the girl that Fleur gave the knife to, and he's like, "I got this gemstone. What did you get, 11?" And that's all you hear.
Oh god. I don't watch that show.
Just so you
but I
know
when
what
it's
you guys
from.
have set up in this orphanage.
That kid's dead.
I can't wait to get
No,
Stranger Things, the
that
dark
kid's
era.
not dead. Every other kid in Dolores is dead.
we come back and Dolores will be dead, like that one mission from Skyrim.
Exactly. That's what I
No,
was aiming for.
we just created the initial bond between two people that sets up campaign 3.
I just created
Yeah, they're definitely the villains. It's definitely them.
Vex and Vax, but the dark pathway.
You just set up Orem and Dorian right there.
Chaos crew.
All right, so you guys walk out. You walk out. You see Dobby. You kind of hit Dobby in the head with the door as you guys are walking out because he's so short. No one knows him. And you see
sorry,
Thanic
Dobby.
holding a unconscious Demix on the street,
Cassian's
waving
trying to
him,
wake him up.
fanning him
Yeah.
like this.
What the hell happened?
I rolled a nat 20 medicine.
Oh, what? To
So-
help Demix?
You can
Help
come
me,
here, but I believe
yeah.
he's okay.
All right, so you pull out medieval smelling salts. You put them under his nose.
I have like probably a thing of cinnamon that I just wave under his nose.
That
Like
works.
medieval
We got the
smelling
cinnamon
salts
challenge.
is like a
Demix wakes
lizard.
up, coughing, cinnamon just flying out of his mouth as he inhaled a bunch of it.
What happened? What's going on?
Welcome back to the waiting, old man. Do you have any recollection of anything for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes?
Where are? And he kind of looks around, bleary-eyed. Sees the Vadu orphanage sign.
I'd suggest you not look too hard at that sign. That seemed to be what set you off last time.
It's just this city and old age. It's hard to keep things in chronological order. You never know what's live, what's dream, and what is a memory and what is a lie.
Go ahead.
No, this is just like me acting.
Oh.
This is the hand raise.
This is grossed out. This is I want to.
And this feels like a good stop. It is midnight here, 1 a.m. Eastern. I think we could end this here.
I have to write down the fucking Prefontaine note, or I'm not going to remember to tell Mel next week.
Delfontaine.
Delfontaine. Prefontaine. Something Fontaine. Something. Oh.
Can I do one more thing?
As I heard last week.
Delfontaine.
Fontaine.
No,
Is it too late, or can I do
We are still live. We're still live.
Oh, way
don't
worse has
care.
happened.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck.
Are you kidding me? Mal and Fleur were plotting a threesome with Frulam earlier. I don't think Dilf is a problem.
There's a difference. Threesome did not include me. Dilf unfortunately includes me. I have to take offense
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. You guys did great.
Yes,
I enjoyed it.
at some. Fleur has a thing. That was a hand raise, not the grossed out.
Oh.
I can't tell the
I
difference.
was.
Grossed out. Hand raise.
I went with hand raise, and then I had a lot goes on in my
Shit,
head.
you're already talking.
It's listen, it's ADHD energy. I get it. I'm fine. I understand. It's okay. It's
So
good.
it has to be like up to be like asking a question.
Yeah, like give me that
This-
armpit. Kind of.
It's a
This
very
not
tight.
up.
It's a very
This
tight
not up,
hand.
this up.
It's if it's like this, that's not a question. This is a question.
What? Yes.
There you go. Let's just establish this canon. Question. High five.
As DM, I've been used to Sophie's questions, and it's always a tight hand. So. But yeah.
So,
You guys did
as-
great. That was fun.
I did want to say, as we were waiting, Cassian would have been still scribbling in his notebook.
At that point, yeah.
You know what? Here, just for funsies, you've gone and scribbled in your notebook often enough. This is the first time that you've been close to me. You know what? No,
I would say
fuck
there's
that.
a perception.
DMX is fainted. No, DMX is fainted. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Dobby was occupied. He was listening.
No, I was gonna try and do some meta bullshit. Nah, there's an old man that just fainted in my arms.
Dobby was at the door listening, so he wouldn't have paid attention because he was listening to the.
Yep. Which, by the way,
Yep. See, no one cares about your stupid little roleplay.
I care very much about it.
I don't think he
My
wants him to care
journal,
because if you
though.
notice, every time he mentions he's scribbling, it's when people are occupied,
I know.
or he's not near
Derek
anybody.
is the only one sticking up for this fucker right now. I'm the only one that cares. I need it.
I need it.
I mean, we
However,
have a couple
everybody
people
knows about the
steal.
egg, so I'm sure that will come up at some point.
I mean, the
they
second I
have to
see
find
that
out
notebook,
first.
it's no longer yours.
Yeah, I mean that's a note to take in the next week for sure. Everybody's going to be doing battle. What would you like to do, Cassian? It's your turn in the initiative order. I want to write my fucking notebook real quick.
So, this is
Cassian,
what the
it's
strong
your
Just
turn.
real quick, scribble some notes.
I use
Damn,
my
I fucking
action
missed
to
again.
write in my notebook. Okay.
I would imagine that Fennec would have seen him writing in his notebook, and then DMX started having his situation. I mean, it got pushed out of your mind, but you definitely would have seen it
He
happen.
said he was writing in his notebook after you fainted. Therefore, my attention was not paid.
No, he said it after, but he said,
He would've been
meanwhile, the whole time I would have been doing this because that's what he does when nobody's around. So you would have seen it happen,
if we
but
want to
then
fuck around and let fate decide,
Yeah, fuck around with bitches.
I don't know what that means.
Let
He's
the
getting his uwu dice.
die.
Woo woo.
What is the how do you determine what?
Rollies.
With the dice.
Right.
I'm not trying to hide
wants
it at this
to-
point. I'm just writing it, thinking he's preoccupied.
What does that face mean?
Oh, it means he
That's
just
a
rolled the.
20.
But yeah, okay.
Dirty
Do you
20.
want here?
No, I don't. I didn't see anything. I just noticed you writing.
Oh, he's got a dirty 20, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
so I would
And
just
then
say
the old man fainted.
The only thing I see
you were
out of your
listening to
notebook
Dobby.
is I looked over and I saw Thanak missed again, and I
Hold
was
on.
like,
No, Thanak.
This is how I see it. It happens this quickly. You're all standing there. Dobby's at the door talking, telling you what's
You?
happening. You're kind of
You
listening.
see Mal's
and then
name in
as
his notebook.
out of the corner of your eye, you see him scribbling, and then right when he does that, you hear, "Oh, I'll do orphanage," and then he falls out. So it happens in consecutive order. Boom, 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 boom.
Jill Fontaine is bad. God damn it! Why is there so much?
Everyone knows the Delfontaine Manor.
So yes, you it was information overload happening to Thanak all at once.
I normally hit things. This is not normal.
No, that's not even true. I normally try to hit things and don't.
Yeah.
Thanak is
No.
not good in close quarters. Make sure areas are tight when fighting Thanak.
If I saw that in
Only-
the notebook, I would fucking DMX would have fallen to the ground.
You
You
only
said what about me?
You only
Cassian's
hit things
full,
when it is convenient for the plot.
Cassian
like-
is full Midoriya.
I miss always, and I only roll nat ones whenever it's convenient to kill the folks that Fizz is trying to keep alive. And I only roll, whenever I do hit, I always roll full damage. I don't know how that works. I hit 1/8 of the time, but it's always
Beautiful.
full damage.
Especially when you're trying to hit Sai.
I want to roll to hit some stuff with some stuff. So
Nah, man.
if we could
You're
just
here for- you're
fight
here for
somebody.
roleplay. You're here for roleplay. Fucking put away your
Yeah,
dice.
I mean, you guys just got to the city, and there's and the checks that happened and the stuff you did. There's no encounters right now. That's
See, this is
I'm,
how Lunga gets you to stay on longer. Yo.
It
No.
won't work with me.
No, see, he should no, he should know because as far as Souls of Magic's Dawn works,
I'll
there's
hop
like-
off this fucking stream and roll dice by myself. I don't give a shit.
Souls of Magic's Dawn has lots of encounters. It's actually quite often that there's an encounter that happens. Boom, 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 boom. But it's usually because they always do shit to start a fight. So
I believe
So
that.
that's
I
why-
believe that of Yellow.
That looked like a nod.
no,
Not me.
no. I said that. I
Why
said
would you
they,
say that?
not Yellow. I said they,
Yellow had like a nod of defeat when that happened.
meaning one out of that group starts a fight at some point. It just
Is
always,
it Marie?
just randomly.
Is it Marie?
No, it's not. Oh, Marie has done it, but it's not just Marie. Slevin's done it. Chris has done it. Turnick hasn't really done it. Spencer hasn't really started a fight.
Motherfucker doesn't do anything.
Spencer
No.
was the
Closest
one
thing.
that
No. Hold on.
that
When you guys were
Christmas
walking
one,
through that
right?
ravine, he did decide to play with some fucking dinosaur bones just because he wanted to, making a clankety clank clank clank, setting up the fucking ambush overhead. I'm not kidding you. They're going through this narrow ravine where you see the walls are high above them, out in the open in the desert,
Spoiler
right?
alert.
Everybody passes the stealth check. Turnick is the last one, and he's like, "Ooh, bones!" he decides to play with them, and that's what sets off the. They were going to go through a no encounter, but he created one with that. But yeah,
That
so
was
he's
the very
used to that.
first
So
one.
here, you guys are a little more strategic, so encounters don't happen as.
I don't even know if it's
After that
necessarily
church
strategic. We
on
just talk so
fire.
much.
He talks
I
so much.
talk a lot.
You see fucking Oscar sitting there quiet the whole time, just playing Apex Legends or whatever the fuck he's doing over there.
Well, not Apex, but
Yeah, no, like Marie in that situation, Hope definitely would have like Fleur, like, I'm just gonna tap her, right? No, Marie would like, I'm gonna like cast like inflict wounds. She would have like
Level inflict wounds.
Marie does inflict wounds like a lot.
Yes, she loves that spell.
Like
They
that's a
love that
good
spell.
one. That's a good one.
Thanak
Oh,
loves
so
the hair butt.
just wait. There, I would, if you haven't watched or watched replays and do it, the next couple episodes, some shit's gonna go down. So, I would watch.
I pop it.
She's
for a
doubting.
little bit.
She's. I have my own
Doubting her
gods for
goddess.
Souls of Magic's Dawn. So it's Hestia, and she's a life domain cleric. So Hestia is, and she had this whole thing where Hestia put her through some tests to learn to try to help Coda, and she's
You
not
had to
happy
give
with
up
Hestia.
her knife, right?
Yeah, but she's not happy with Hestia. So I'm like, so I had to ask her. I'm like, okay, hold on. You're a cleric. Are you doubting your goddess? And she wouldn't give me a direct answer. And then, but she finally kept saying, I'm not happy with her. I don't like her that much right now. I'm like, all right. And so right as we left off last episode, she has all her spells now are a disadvantage because she's doubting her goddess.
You serving up. You gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today, bish. Anyways, should we end the stream?
Yeah, we should end this. All right, thank you guys for joining us.
Bye,
We'll be
guys.
back Tuesday with Souls of Magic's Dawn, next Friday with another episode of this. And until next time, to all I want.